Got the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
Throwing strikes, being efficient with our pitches, making those routine plays, and having a great approach at the plate. So just keeping things simple and just building up that team chemistry as much as possible, I think, will help you win some games.
1-2. Swing and a miss as the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded to keep this a tie game.
This one is bounced back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. One run scores. Here comes Printer around third.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
To the left side and through for a base hit. The go-ahead run scores as Jensen delivers once again.
This one, the lightest of light hits. He gets an RBI single.
I think it's just a great experience, getting kids from all over the country to come in and play together.
Got the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
One last hurrah at Duncan Field for this week. The Hastings Sodbusters in Game 4 of 4 between them and the Casper Spuds, the unpeelable potatoes of Casper, Wyoming, have been perfect in this 3-game series so far, and these two teams go at it one more time tonight before they hit the road and go to Casper to play each other 3 more times. A high-energy game yesterday saw Casper dominate from start to finish with an 11-2 win over the Hastings Sodbusters to win their 3rd straight here at Duncan Field and their 21st game in a row. The Casper Spuds firing on all cylinders in this Summer Independence League season. I'm Ryan Valenta, flying solo today. We've got Mason running the broadcast and the guys next door running the numbers and the scoreboard here at the field. And coming up on today's pregame show, we've got a lengthy and meaty interview with one of our international guys for the Sodbusters, as I was able to catch up with left-hander Brendan Wabick, one of the pitchers who has seen a multi-capacity role here at Duncan Field this summer. We will interview the Canadian, hear what it's like to play baseball up in the abysmal cold in Canada, what it's really like here in Canada compared to the States, and much more. That's going to be a long interview, and that will take us about right up to first pitch. We'll be right back with our Sodbuster Spotlights and our starting lineups. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Our next episode of the Sodbuster Spotlight features one of the international guys. It is the Canadian Brendan Wabick from Alberta. He is joining the Sodbusters for this summer and has been a nice addition, a left-handed southpaw out of the bullpen. Brendan, my goodness, you probably have one of, if not the longest drives to get from Canada down here to Hastings. Can you first tell us about how you got your connection here with the Sodbusters this summer when you're almost halfway across the world?
During the winter break, my father and I were kind of looking at different leagues, and I mentioned that I wanted to go to the States instead of stay at home and play because I think it's better competition down here, and I wanted to get my name out there a little more. And my dad actually found the league, and so we emailed Scott. He asked me to send a video of my bullpen. A couple days later, I threw one in, and so I got it recorded and sent it to him. And he responded a couple days later saying, "Yep, we'll take you." That's really how I got down here, other than the 30-hour drive. That definitely was not fun. Doing that alone was definitely challenging. I'm going to definitely try and get a best friend to fly out halfway so we could drive back together and hopefully make it go by a little faster. But 2 15-hour days, that's how I got down here. But it was definitely worth it to come down here.
Have you been in the States before?
Yeah, I've been in the States a bit actually, but this is the longest I've stayed in the States. Last year I played in the West Coast League, and the majority of the teams there are in the States. I was pretty much there almost every second, third week, and I go to the States for vacation, but this is the longest I have been in the States consecutively, and it's hot. It's definitely hot here in Nebraska.
Definitely a little bit warmer of a climate out here, especially during these summers in central Nebraska. If you thought this was bad here early July, it's only going to get worse, so get ready. But, yes, tell us about, playing baseball in Canada, traditionally colder weather up there. How do you play baseball when it might be snowing for a good chunk of the winter season and into the spring season?
Yeah, so as soon as school starts, we get baseball going, and we just play a couple fall exhibition games, practice a lot. We go every single day and really just try to practice as much as we can while we still can practice outside until the snow hits. The last couple of years we have been kicked in a little early. We'll normally get snow these past couple of years like late October, so it has come down a little early, but as soon as the snow hits, we go to inside training turf facilities, and it's a grind that off season because it's cold. It'll be like -40 almost daily Celsius. You're freezing on your way to class, and then you gotta go to practice, and it's not fun, but it's definitely a grind practicing inside, and you definitely get sick of it real quick. But the season starts as soon as the snow is gone. It's very weather dependent. We'll typically spend the first 2-3 weeks on the road because where my school is, our snow tends to last a little longer than out in British Columbia on the Pacific Ocean, those schools. So we definitely spend the first 2-3 weeks of the season on the road, and it's just extremely weather dependent.
All right, so talk about your college experience for that University of Alberta team. What have your numbers looked like? What do you think you do well, or had you done well at college? And what are you looking to improve on here at your summer at Duncan Field and pitching here?
I came down here with the main goal of starting to throw my off-speed pitches more consistently for strikes, and I think I have done that and smooth up my mechanics, which the new head coach, Danny, he's been an absolutely phenomenal pitching coach. But I came down here just hoping to get more innings because last year I hurt my shoulder a couple weeks into my last summer ball season, so I kind of wasted a summer, which I wasn't too happy about. But back at school, my freshman year, I was a starter. This last year, I was a reliever going into my junior year.
So here at Duncan Field, it's probably one of the bigger ballparks that you've been here and played at and pitched at even. The first night where you got thrown on in relief, probably, looked like a little bit of first game jitters for you. Just what was that experience like pitching here for the first time when you maybe didn't have your best night, and what did you change to become more successful this summer?
Yeah, my first outing was definitely not how I thought it would go. Walked out on the mound, and I just started getting extremely nervous. Normally I don't get nervous, but, first outing, and I'm going to be here for the rest of the summer. I was definitely a little nervous, but a lot has changed since that outing. Like I said, about my mechanics, and Danny's been great with helping me a lot to smooth up my mechanics and make myself more efficient. And I was obviously extremely upset after that first outing, but I didn't hold myself against it. I just thought to myself a couple days after, once I got over it, just got to redeem myself the next, and just as long as I keep getting a little better every outing, I'll be all right.
Is it pretty nice pitching at a field where you have to hit it at least 375 feet for you to give up a home run here?
Yeah, it is very nice. It's similar dimensions to my school, a little shorter in the corners, but it's further dead center at my school. But it's been nice being here at Duncan and not really have to worry about giving up too many home runs.
Amen to that. And let's talk about, you've said you've spent some time in the States playing some baseball before at summer league leagues, but I mean, first one here in really the heart of the country in central Nebraska. Just tell us about your experience from the first day you got here. I mean, how was it adjusting to a brand new team, brand new faces, and maybe some good acquaintances you've made along the way so far this season?
Yeah, I got here pretty early. I think I got here about a week and a half before the season started. Got to meet my host family, the Hoffmans. They're an absolutely outstanding family. They are so nice and show up to almost every game, and they're so supportive and they're funny. They have a beer fridge, which they allow free reign over. And I met my roommate, Yamato, another international player from Japan. He's been great. I absolutely love Yamato. He's a great person, not only as a teammate, but someone to live with. I've been teaching him English here and there, not necessarily the best English, but I've been helping him out and meeting everyone here. Everyone's a lot nicer than I thought they were going to be, I'm not going to lie. But there's a really great group of guys here, and I'm happy that I'm here this year.
Talk about your education, everybody's favorite thing to talk about in the summer at your university. What are you studying, and what kind of a degree and job do you hope to get out of it?
I'm currently in psychology. I either want to go into becoming a sports psychologist, which didn't even cross my mind until last year when I did blow out my arm, and I ended up having to go to a sports psychologist because I thought it was BS. Sports psychology until I had to go to one, and I realized that it actually helps a lot of people out. And I've been an athlete my whole life, so if I get to have the chance to help out another athlete, that would make me extremely happy. Or abnormal psychology, so mentally ill people, whether that's working in a psych ward at a hospital or a mental institute. That's something that really interests me, and how the mind of someone who is mentally ill, how it changes from someone who isn't necessarily mentally ill.
Super, super cool. Tell us about your summer so far. We've seen you come in a couple of starts. We've seen you come in relief, and tonight's scheduled to close out the game. Where do you feel the most comfortable, and where do you see yourself becoming a mainstay in the rotation, either this summer or back at college?
I've been a starter my whole life, so I've definitely been more comfortable as a starter. This was my very first year as relief, and it's been a little bit of a challenge to get into the mental mindset of being a reliever, but I think I'm going to adapt. I think I have been adapting well to the reliever role. I've just been a starter my whole life. Going back to school to be a starter. Relief has definitely been a little challenging at times because of that. You need to be ready as soon as possible sometimes. You need to be ready within 10 minutes, which is something I definitely struggle with. I definitely like to take my time when I get ready.
Talking with Brendan Wabick, one of the Canadian Southpaw relievers on the team. Tell us about what you're doing when you're not at Duncan Field, hobby you've picked up here at summer ball here in Hastings, or maybe back home in Canada. What do you like to do?
I like to golf over the summers. My parents actually drove down not too long ago. I don't know why they would drive, but me and my dad have been pretty much golfing every chance we've got. At home, I'll either be golfing or hanging out with buddies. Like here, I've been hanging out with Yamato a lot. We'll kind of find something to do together, whether that's just playing video games or playing soccer in the backyard, just doing something to stay busy and stay active.
Very curious about your response in this one, if you could tell us. Obviously, Americans have a lot of Canadian stereotypes, whether that's maple syrups, maple leafs, or big ol' moose. I mean, what do you think in your minds the biggest stereotype that Americans have about Canada that's absolutely not true, or maybe one that's definitely 100% true?
There's a couple stereotypes that Americans are rude, which being here, I have not found whatsoever. Everyone here has been extremely nice. You guys do not have good stereotypes. I'm just letting this out there now.
That's what I'm curious about. Let us know. What are we completely wrong
about? You guys do have a lot of fast food places, though. That's one thing that is true. You guys have a plethora of different kind of fast food chains. You guys have everything under the sun. You guys have absolutely everything in the States, and that's one thing that Canada definitely does not have, is we're a little lackluster in some departments. And one thing I find crazy about the States is the not free health care. I don't know if that's just because I came from Canada and we have free health care there. I find it crazy that you could be diagnosed with a disease of some kind, like cancer, for example. Like my dad had cancer when I was younger. That was a really hard time, and I can't imagine what it would be like if you also had to pour life savings just to get proper treatment.
Brendan Wabick, give him his permanent resident card here and make him run for Senate, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a guy with ideas. Brendan, before we wrap things up, just tell us about what your favorite thing about Hastings has been so far this summer, and just what have you liked here about Central Nebraska so far?
I've really liked being here playing baseball with all the guys. I really like to travel, so being here has been so much fun. This was my first 4th of July as well in the States. That was a lot of fun, and that's another thing that you can't just go buy fireworks in Canada. You need a special permit from the city or county. So I found it a little crazy, but that you could just go buy fireworks and shoot them off in your backyard. And Yamato and I definitely had a lot of fun with that. It's really not as different as I thought it would be. And everyone here is so nice. Hastings is such a beautiful, quiet little town. It's very relaxing. Where I go to school, it's the capital of Alberta. I think it's roughly 1.1 million people. There's always something going on. There's always something. It always feels like there's a lot going on. But here you're able to relax and kind of do what you want. And it's been really nice being here.
All right, that is the Canadian Southpaw, Brendan Wabick, one of the international guys on the Sodbusters this year. This has been the Sodbuster Spotlight. I'm Ryan Valenta.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Final chance for the Sodbusters to get a win over the Casper Spuds tonight. The coaches exchange their lineups, and we will see what the Sodbusters can do, try to salvage this series, as Casper has won all 3 games. And it's anniversary day for the Casper Spuds. Happy 1-month loss anniversary. It has been exactly 1 month since the Casper Spuds have lost their last game, 21 in a row. Their last loss coming in Fremont on June 11th. A 2-3 loss. So it's a trend. Let's keep the trend going. A loss every 11th, and well, that would only give Casper one more loss, but it would make the fans here at Duncan Field happy. It's going to be an excellent contest tonight. Emotions have run high, but we expect an excellent contest tonight with both sides playing their guys. Let's bring you those starting lineups now, brought to you by Quality First. And if you may notice that purple gorilla over the 408 sign in center field, that also is thanks to Quality First, who's hosting Business After Hours in Hastings here tonight. For Casper, their starting lineup is Elijah Reeves, who leads off and plays center field, Cody Clausius, who bats second and plays first base, Dylan Schlotterback bats third and plays shortstop, Josh Phillips bats fourth and is the designated hitter, Chase Burke bats fifth and is the left fielder, Kenny Jackson is the 6-hole hitter and plays right field. Chandler Stocking bats 7th and plays second base. Dawson Barakani bats 8th and plays third base. And Stone Vacek bats 9th and plays catcher. Armani Knipper is the arm on the mound for Casper tonight. Taylor Gill will lead things off for the Hastings Sodbusters and will play right field. Josh Printer will bat second and play shortstop. Cale Jensen bats third and plays left field. Bryce Ronkin back in the lineup, batting fourth and playing third base. Jack Borgman, the 5-hole hitter, and playing first base. Alexiel Delgado, he had a 4-hit night last night. He bats sixth and plays center field. Yamato Sato does the catching and bats seventh. Tyler Welsh also back in the lineup. He bats eighth and is the designated hitter. And Luke Ray bats ninth and plays second base. Conlon Grady will see his second appearance as a Sodbuster tonight, and he will get the start on the mound. Hastings in their green uniforms. Casper back in their purple jerseys with white pinstripes. As we are set to bring you Game 4 of this series. Casper has won all 3 games. They won Monday 7-6, won Tuesday 12-8, and last night 11-2. Hastings 0 for 6 now against the Spuds this year, and trying to at least win one of the games. Casper has already locked up this series and the overall season series, as these two teams will travel to Casper tomorrow to play a game on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before we say farewell to the Spuds this season, as it will be a heavy dose of familiar teams for the Sodbusters, Fremont, and the Prospects the rest of the way through, including a couple of games with the Bison and the Oahe Zap. Duncan Field, it's an excellent night out here at the ballpark, where it's a little bit sticky, the humidity a little bit higher than probably we're used to, but a upper 80s day, and the Sodbusters are looking to win their first game against Casper tonight. The Sodbusters, now under the direction of head coach Danny Weiser, took over the job for Joel Skipper on Monday. He'll be coaching in his 4th game as the Sodbusters skipper, assisted by Corey Caranda and Andy Chase in the dugouts. The Casper Spuds, their head coach is James Batten of Sagu University, soon to be Nelson College, effective at the first of the month. He's assisted by C.J. Jones and Will Hyenaconi. Spuds coming into the game 31-4. The Sodbusters 21-15. And if all goes to plan, Casper is very likely to win the second half of the Independence League title as well, which would give the next best overall record the spot to face Casper. The Sodbusters are a game back in the Independence League. Spearfish has taken over that top spot. They are 2 games ahead of the Sodbusters, and Fremont 1 game ahead of the Sodbusters. It is crunch time. Hastings needs to get a win against these Spuds, otherwise it's going to be a tough uphill battle to win that second half Independence League title and play some postseason baseball. We're going to take you down to the field for our national anthem, where we have our very own Jason Frew going to be singing the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jason Frew, ladies and gentlemen. And if you thought that was an excellent rendition of the national anthem, which it was, that's because he is a school choir director and music teacher at Aurora Public Schools. The Huskies, they've got a good one, and brings a lot of his students and people from around the area, but for real, nobody does it like Jason. Good job, Mr. Frew. Now we go to the field as we get our second look of the season at Conlon Grady for the Hastings Sodbusters. He pitched earlier in the week. That was on the Sunday doubleheader, and that was the last time that we saw Conlon Grady, who only went an inning in the start because after that game against Spearfish, we had a rain delay, and Grady's been fighting some arm issues, so didn't want to mess anything up with his left arm. But he is all rested up and ready to get the start tonight. The defense behind Conlon Grady from left to right field is Cale Jensen, Alexiel Delgado, and Taylor Gill. From third base to first base is Bryce Ronkin, Josh Printer, Luke Ray, and Jack Borgman. Yamato Sato is the receiver for Conlon Grady tonight, as he is behind the dish and has really been the guide that the Sodbusters have gone to, because they are down another catcher. They had to say goodbye to Matthias Kroll for the rest of the season, as Matthias had some family issues to attend to late in the season, so he is done for the season. Sodbusters also still waiting on the return of Fred Bond as a catcher, who has also been seeing family in the recent going too. So it's really only Yamato Sato and Nathan Massar able to do the catching, and Massar is battling elbow issues, so you really hope that Sato stays healthy behind the plate, because the Sodbusters very thin at the catching position tonight. Elijah Reeves digs in the right-handed batter's box, and the first pitch from Conlon Grady at 6:37 p.m. local time here in central Nebraska is outside for ball one. We did not see Mr. Elijah yesterday. He got the day off, even as the team's best hitter. The Casper Spuds have so many guys to go to that they were okay with giving Reeves the day off. 2-0 pitch to Reeves. He fouls it back to the screen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Spuds, they are doing very well this series. 35 hits and 30 runs in the 3 games so far. Last night, they handed Hastings their worst loss of the season by 9 runs. Their previous worst was a 5-run loss on opening day. Grady has worked to the count full. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Elijah Reeves. Strike 3 called at the top of the zone. Grady catches Reeves looking, who doesn't like the call, and he is struck out to start off the game. Reeves, a guy that does not strike out very much, if at all, really. He has only been struck out now 7 times this summer in 102 at-bats. The next Spud batter is Cody Clausius, and Grady starts him off with a breaking ball that looked like it was going to hit him to start him off, but bends in for a strike. Cody Clausius batting .364 on the season. He has been a Sodbuster killer. 8 for 21 in the 6-game series against Hastings, with a double and 3 runs batted in. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Clausius down on 3 pitches, and what a start for Conlon Grady. It was a disappointment that we didn't see Grady more in his last start, obviously due to that rain delay, because he set down Spearfish in order in the first inning. So we're really looking to see some more, and we're going to see it so far. Grady starts off Dylan Schlotterback with a breaking ball, who hammers it foul. Conlon Grady on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters. He is out of Cloud County Community College and went to high school at Millard South in Omaha. That pitch gets away from Yamato, and count 1 ball and 1 strike. Grady trying to get Yamato to check down at first, and I don't think they're going to. He's still trying to get him checked down to first, and umpires are trying to check down to first. Now they're finally going out, and then Frank Williams says no swing. Tonight's umpires, 2 of the usuals, T. Smith behind the plates and Frank Williams in the field. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Dylan Schlotterback. Strike 2 on the lower end half corner. And Grady 1 strike away from working a 1-2-3 inning. Early returns for Conlon, 82-83 on the fastball and 72-73 on the curveball. High chopper to Josh Printer, waits for his hop, tosses over to first in time. The Spuds go down 1-2-3, something that we have not seen much, if at all, this series. It happens in the first inning. Nothing doing. Sodbusters will try to answer first in the bottom of the first.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, Game 4 of the Hastings Sodbusters and the Casper Spuds. And they've got a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher on the mound to the Casper Spuds. This is Armani Knipper, a Southlake, Texas native. Plays college ball at University of Texas Arlington. Not the Texas Longhorns, but pretty darn close to Austin, if I remember my high school geography. Could be totally wrong as well. Knipper is going to be making the start tonight in just his third start and going to be his tied for the team leading 12th appearance for Knipper. He pitched on Tuesday against the Sodbusters, and he, in relief, came on late and went 6 up, 6 downs and struck out 4 of the 6 guys that he faced. He was getting up into the 90s with his fastball velocity, and Sodbusters will try and find an answer to Mr. Armani Knipper. Early in this one, rather. Taylor Gill set to lead us off. Josh Printer and Cale Jensen to follow. Casper's pitchers have gotten the job done so far this series. They have bent but not broken. Sodbusters have came back and either tied the game or taken the lead a couple times, but then it's the Casper offense that's able to bail them out. Taylor Gill, who is just back for his first week with the Sodbusters in his second season. Taylor Gill is appearing in his 4th game, 3 hits in 3 games, including a double and 2 runs batted in to go along with 3 stolen bases. Gill playing right field today. We've seen him at second and left field so far this season. Knipper misses outside, 2-1. Knipper was a little bit wild in Tuesday's game, but found the strike zone when it mattered the most. Up high, it's ball 3, 3-1. Casper pitchers in the series, a 3.59 ERA, just about their season average. They have struck out 29 batters so far this series. Big swing and a miss for Taylor Gill. The count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Spuds as a pitching staff, 3.49 ERA. They have walked 144 batters and struck out an astounding 319 batters. Well over a 2-to-1 ratio. Ball 4 is up high. Knipper walks Taylor Gill to lead off the game, and we've got our first base runner tonight. And again, early returns for Knipper, 90 to 92 miles an hour. Oh, he can bring it. The Sodbusters sit fastball and get it in the zone, though. We know they've got some pop in their bats to cause some havoc. Josh Printer comes up to the dish, batting in the second spot. Printer back to his usual number 2 jersey. He had switched with Jackson Crane while he was battling an injury. Crane on the available reserves list. He's been battling a wrist issue, which has kept him out for most of the past few weeks. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Printer. 257 for Josh on the summer season. 28 hits, leads the team with 21 walks. Last night, Printer 1 for 4. Swings and fouls it back. Now a 1-2 count. Printer with exactly 1 hit in every game this series so far. looking to continue that streak. Sodbusters have hit it. They just haven't been able to string together a lot. Swing and a miss by Printer. Runner goes. The throw is offline by the catcher, Stone Vacek. Printer strikes out, but Taylor Gill steals second base. A nasty pitch for Armani Knipper. When you're expecting 91 miles an hour and you get the hook there, that is tough for a hitter to read, especially at this level of baseball. One out, runner in scoring position. Sodbusters trying to get on the board early. Something they have done before, but they have not done it first. Cale Jensen digs in as the third batter of the inning. The Central City native, he has gotten red hot in the past few weeks. Jensen has been as low as 109 on the batting average this summer when his bat fell asleep in the first start of his appearances in the season, because he didn't get here right away either. Since then, Jensen is all the way back up to 300 with his one hit last night. A healthy sight to see Cale swinging the bat well. Fouls it back to the screen, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sodbusters as a team hitting .246 on the summer season, but Duncan Field has treated their bats well, hitting .273 compared to just .203 on the road. 70 points higher. 1-2 to Jensen, fastball fouled out of play. Knipper definitely a predominantly fastball hitter or pitcher, and he's been able to sneak in that breaking ball. If he can locate it at the bottom or just below the zone, it's a devastating pitch. The 1-2 pitch to Jensen. There's the breaking ball, and Jensen swings over the top of it and strikes out. Armani Knipper with back-to-back strikeouts here in the first inning, and Bryce Ronkin will need to get a hit if the Sodbusters are to score in the first inning. And a very nice crowd at Duncan Field tonight. The whole right side of the stands. Don't know if we've seen a crowd this big tonight. Ronkin fouls it back to the screen. It's no balls and 1 strike. Lots of big groups here at Duncan Field tonight. Healthy sight to see. Wind blowing straight in today at Duncan Field. Just under 10 miles an hour. Ronkin the opposite way. It is just foul. About a foot, maybe 2 to the left of the foul line, and Ronkin just tardy from tying the game. Bryce has had a nice start to his summer season. The South Dakota State product, appearing in his 5th game. He made his Sodbuster debut earlier in the start of the week. 0-2 pitch misses. Ronkin 5 for 16 in the early going with a couple of doubles, a triple, and 5 RBIs. More extra base hits than singles. 1-2 pitch from Armani Knipper. Breaking ball, and Ronkin lays off. Excellent eye by the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Unfortunately, he did not get here in time to hang out with his couple of Jackrabbit teammates, Jude Sundquist and Jack Kruger. Hope they're doing well. The 2-2 pitch to Ronkin. Fastball blew it right by him after the leadoff walk. Armani Knipper strikes out the next 3 he faces, and the Sodbusters up against a tough customer on the mound tonight. No hits, no runs, 1 left for the Sodbusters. No score after 1. We'll have the second inning right after this on Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot, and sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
No score after one inning of play. We're watching Sodbuster Baseball on our YouTube live stream. Appreciate you spending your Thursday evening with us as we highlight some excellent baseball from some excellent college players. Conlon Grady set for his second inning of work. He set down the side 1-2-3 in the first inning. And will go up against 4, 5, and 6. Josh Phillips leads off for Casper. And he has had a hit in every game so far in the contest. He swings first pitch and grounds it past the first base side, foul. It's a little more than just the 3 hits. Phillips carrying a 7-game hit streak coming into tonight. Fouls it back to the screen. Conlon Grady working quickly and pumping the strike zone full early and often. He's ahead 0-2. Oh-2 from the lefty to the lefty. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. Phillips goes down swinging. Man, Conlon Grady looking very nice so far in the first 4 batters he's faced. Grady, the Omaha native. I told you, a Cloud County Community College guy, as also college teammates with Cohen Evans and Creighton Jacobitz, 2 guys who we could very well see tonight in the game as well. Showing bunt but pulling back for ball 1 is Chase Burke. Chase Burke, he's also had a very nice series against Hastings overall this season. 0-1 ground ball to the left side. Ronkin cuts it off, spins and throws, and Borgman's on the bag for the outs. He came off initially but got back down just in time to retire the speedy Chase Burke. And if there's anybody else at first base, like Ryan Jarvis or Cale Jensen, they probably can't get their foot back down in time. The extra couple of inches from Jack Borgman saves the day. Now Kenny Jackson bats with 2 outs, bases empty. Takes high and tight for ball 1. Jackson's also been a thorn in the Sodbusters' side in all the games he's appeared in. And he singles right back up the middle, and that breaks the streak of 5 straight retired by Conlon Grady. Kenny Jackson picks up his 8th hit against the Sodbusters this year. Also give him hit number 37. Came into the ball game hitting .350 and increasing his average here early. So a 2-out base runner and the first hit of the ball game for either side. It's thanks to Kenny Jackson, gives Chandler Stocking a chance. Lefty delivers a line drive over the head of Ray into center field, and Jackson takes a wide turn but gets back safely. It's a first pitch single for Chandler Stocking. It's now first and second with 2 outs. We know that the Sodbusters the Spuds have had some timely hits, and they are trying to put something together here with 2 outs, and that is what they have been very good at this series, is 2-out hitting, especially with runners in scoring position. The batter, Dawson Baracani. Get me over breaking ball for strike 1. Sodbuster fans here at Duncan Field a little rowdy because this is tonight's beer batter. If Baracani strikes out, reduced price adult beverages here at Duncan Field, and he's 1 strike away. Couple of breaking balls find the zone for Baracani. He's appeared in a couple of games this series. 3 for 13 against the Sodbusters this summer. 276 on the year. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The beer flows here at Duncan Field. The Sodbuster fans race for the upper deck bar as they get to enjoy discounted price beer at Duncan Field as Baracani strikes out. 4 punch-outs for Conlon Grady for the first 2 innings. No score as the Spuds strand 2 singles. We'll be back with inning number 2 with the Sodbusters coming up.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
2 innings in the books. Make that an inning and a half, rather. Sodbusters still have a chance here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, as they got a leadoff walk. But the next 3 struck out in order against Armani Knipper. And the right-hander has owned the Sodbusters in his couple of appearances that he's had against them this year. Knipper's line on the year, 8 walks, 36 strikeouts, and that's only in 21 innings pitched. Absurd numbers, and it's the reason he's pitching in Texas, where everything's always bigger, including the numbers on the velocity of the fastball. That's what Knipper's done so far tonight. Pitch way inside to Jack Borgman. Borgman is the 5-hole hitter tonight, playing first base, who made the nice stretch in the last defensive half of the inning to save an error, perhaps a base hit for the Spuds. 2-0, low. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Knipper with a 19-pitch first inning. That sounds weird, but Sodbusters did make him battle. 3-0, just misses too high. It's a 4-pitch walk, and for the 2nd straight inning, the Sodbusters have their leadoff man on via the free pass. Borgman reaches, and Alexiel Delgado comes up, and he's got a fresh cut. Asked about it before the game. We saw that little bit of a Sodbuster lore here. Last year, Braden Mackey, a 2-year veteran for the Busters, he was a kind of the team barber late in the season. Gave Nick Jones a fresh cut. Asked, well, was it a Mackey? They said, I don't know. Well, Dino does that stuff too. Okay, that's news. He didn't tell us anything about that in his spotlight. So 2 guys that maybe they were getting in on the locks of Delgado. You'd think that would be breaking your a streak there, because Delgado went 4 for 4 last night with 3 singles and a double. It's almost like the playoffs. Don't shave, you're going to jinx us. Delgado swings and misses, and he is retired on 3 pitches. He had a perfect night last night. He goes down swinging in his first at-bats. 4 strikeouts in 4 outs for Armani Knipper. Yamato Sato comes up, and he bats with 1 out, fouls it out of play. Jack Borgman also went to second base on the wild pitch strikeout. Since first base was occupied, Delgado out automatically. Let's see what Yamato Sato can do. He's become the everyday catcher with some Sodbuster injuries. Hasn't probably necessarily had the success he wanted with the bat quite yet. But of the hits that he has had, a lot of them coming in clutch situations. Just 190 for Yamato on the summer. Wave and a miss, and that's a 3-pitch strikeout. Armani Knipper mowing through the Sodbuster offense right now. If he can find the zone, he has been perfect. That's the 5th strikeouts for Knipper, and we're in the 2nd inning. Tyler Welsh down to the 8th spot in the lineup. He cranks one to left field. That'll get down, and the Sodbusters will take the lead. Tyler Welsh wastes no time as he cruises into second with an RBI double. The Sodbusters lead first for the first time this series. And what a job by Tyler Welsh to get the Busters on the board. And waiting curveball, first pitch of all things. That was a breaking ball that Welsh smacked into left field. After Casper had scored the first run all 3 times this series. There's a ground ball to the right side. That gets through into right field. Welsh gets a stop sign as Jackson comes up throwing, and it gets away. But Welsh cannot score. However, Luke Ray, first pitch swings into right field, and he takes second on the throw. The Sodbusters making some noise with 2 outs. They lead it 1-0 and back to the top of the order. Luke Ray is in scoring position as well as Tyler Welsh. Assume they would give him a single and then either advance to second on the error or just on the throw. Official scoring will not have an error on Jackson, just advancing to second on the throw. So it's 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Sodbusters on the board here in the home half of the 2nd. Time is called. Gill has to fix the batting gloves, and we'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. After Knipper had struck out every out he had faced through 5 outs, 2 consecutive hits for the Sodbusters. Double from Tyler Welsh, who continues to come up in clutch situations seemingly, and Luke Ray with a single. Good guys looking for more. Ball 1 up high. It's 1-1. Armani Knipper has been used plenty in the summer season, mostly in a relief role. But he's pitched a maximum of 4 innings in 1 game so far this summer. Taylor Gill, right center field. Reeves coming on. He can't get there. 1 run in. Here comes the second runner. It's a 2 RBI single for Gilly Gilly. He drives in a pair. Hastings is up 3-0 in the 2nd inning. Didn't hit it too hard, and he gets rewarded. The Sodbusters still have more opportunities here with 2 outs, and that prompts a mound visit from the Spud head man, James Batten. And this is what the Sodbusters have been looking for all series, and especially early. This is a Spuds team that has such a potent offense, and the guys finally break through and give their pitchers a lead and a chance to play from ahead. So Batten will settle down his pitcher. The first 7 batters of the game. 5 strikeouts and 2 walks for Armani Knipper. The last 3 batters, 2 singles and a double. The Sodbusters have found the measure of the fastball by the hard-throwing right-hander. We're back to the second batter in the lineup, Josh Prinner. He was the first strikeout victim of Knipper in the first inning. That one over his head, and Prinner ducks out of the way. Good stop by Stone Vacek behind the plate to keep Taylor Gill at first base. Gill stole second in the first inning. Do you send him here with 2 outs? He's running. It's behind Prinner this time, and no chance for Vacek to catch that one. Gill off with the pitch, so it's a stolen base. And Josh Prinner has a chance to drive in a run here in the 2nd inning. Usual 9-inning contest tonight before these 2 teams hit the road to Casper to play a 3-game set over the weekend. 2-0 pitch, Printer, big swing and a miss for strike one. Printer 0 for 1 today, but been an excellent all-around player and one of the captains on the Sodbuster squad. 2-1 to Josh, fouled back to the screen, 2-2. Casper had scored first in every game this series so far, and of the 31 wins that they have won this season, they've scored first in 21 of them. So advantage Sodbusters if you like to have number trends, which we love here in the Sodbuster booth. Strike 3, Knipper goes to the breaking ball for his 6th strikeout, and every single out he's been recorded so far has been via way of the K. And the Sodbusters will take it, though. They've got 3 runs here in the 2nd inning. They'll look to put up another 0 with Conlon Grady on the mounds, and we'll be right back with Sodbuster Baseball.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner, a friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
The Busters are playing some ball early. A 3-0 advantage after 2 innings of play, and they have staked starter Conlon Grady to a 3-run advantage. He allowed a couple of singles his last time out on the bump, but escaped with no damage done. And we go to the 3rd inning with 9, 1, and 2 due up. Stone Vacek, Elijah Reeves, and Cody Clausius will bat. Vacek has seen some playing time against the Sodbusters in the series, mainly as defensive replacements, but did have one appearance late in the game on Monday night where he struck out a couple times. He's wasting no time, sends it into center field, but right there is Alexiel Delgado. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Busters and Conlon Grady. First time through the lineup for Casper. 2 hits, no runs, and 4 strikeouts for the Omaha native, Conlon Grady. And when the Sodbusters need an ace so badly, and Grady making a good candidacy to get a couple more starts. Line to second, Luke Ray is there to make the play. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Busters in the 3rd. Place your bets now if Cody Clausius is swinging first pitch with a chance for a 3-pitch inning. I'm going to say no and set the line at no at about minus 1,000. We'll see, though. Grady's first pitch to Clausius. He takes it, and it's a strike. 0-1 to the second place hitter. Next pitch to him, he's swinging this time. It's out of play, and Sodbusters very quickly a strike away here. Clausius struck out swinging in the 1st inning, 1 of 4 of Conlon Grady's strikeout victims. The southpaw delivers the 0-2. It's fouled off. Clausius stays alive. Clausius, a Sodbuster killer. 8 hits in the series against them. The Landenberg, Pennsylvania native coming into the game with one of the best averages on the team, 364. Way outside, it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And if Conlon Grady can at least just throw it over the plates, you figure the Sodbusters have an excellent chance. Clausius puts a drive into one. Delgado racing back. He dives and can't make the play. It's going to be a double for Cody Clausius. Delgado almost got it, but it's a 2-out double for the Spud, who now has 9 hits against the Busters this summer. And Casper with the team using the extra base hit card and using it often against the Sodbusters, especially in this home series. More specifically, 3 doubles and 4 triples in the 3 games so far. Make it 4 doubles and 4 triples even now. Now the Spuds have a chance to get their first run home with Dylan Schlotterback. Takes inside for ball 1. Schlotterback was the Tuesday night hero in extra innings, where in a tie game in the 10th inning, a bases clearing triple pretty much put the nail in the coffin for the Spuds when the Sodbusters were oh so close to winning. Low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Grady will indeed have to work a little bit this inning after he was so close to having a very, very quick inning. Not that that still can't happen. Schlotterback 0 for 1, grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat in the first inning. Here's the 2-0 from Grady. Just misses outside, and 3 straight have missed. Dylan Schlotterback, a Lakeway, Texas native, plays ball at Paris Junior Community College. That is in Paris, Texas. Schlotterback way ahead. The 3-0 pitch. He's swinging 3-0, grounds it to third base. Tyler Welsh grabs it, throws over to first. And a nice play by the third baseman, Tyler Welsh, who probably didn't have the best look at it in the sun, but makes the play. And I beg your pardon, that's Bryce Ronkin at third base. The South Dakota State product, rather, makes the play. And the 2-out double does not score. It's still 3-0 with the Sodbusters looking to add on in the 3rd inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Be right back.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Time for the Busters to get a win here and make a record. Like we said, it's anniversary day. Sodbusters trying to hand the Casper Spuds their first loss in exactly 1 month. And they've got a 3-0 advantage to start things off, but plenty of baseball left to play. Hastings with the momentum right now, and the middle of the order due up. Cale Jensen, Bryce Ronkin, Jack Borgman set to face Armani Knipper, who's back out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch to Jensen. Lays off the breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Cale Jensen, slow start to the summer, but has turned it on as of late. And it wasn't really a matter of if, more of a matter of when. Jensen to second base, a leaping grab by Chandler Stocking, who hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And Jensen, too, has been putting excellent swings on the baseball, where he has barreled up most of the pitches that he has seen and has come up clutch in a lot of situations this summer. Bryce Ronkin digs in against Knipper. He struck out in his first at-bat. And he takes strike one on the breaking ball over the outside edge of the plate. Ronkin just appearing in game number 5, made a nice play to end the last defensive half of the inning. Breaking ball right there for strike 2. Casper's pitching staff, like we told you, they've allowed some runs, but have been bailed out by their offense, and still plenty of time for that to happen tonight. 0-2, Ronkin fouls it out of play. Remains no balls and 2 strikes. Sodbusters with their 3 runs in the bottom half of the second inning, just 1 inning ago, and it all came with 2 outs. The 0-2 to Ronkin, breaking ball up high, 1-2. Sodbusters hitting .273 at home, almost 30 points higher than their regular season average. 1-2 fastball just misses up the zone. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excellent night for baseball here at the ballpark. 84 degrees here in Hastings and slowly getting cooler. Kind of fortunate too. The heat's about to start coming here, and not sure what the weather looks like in Casper for the weekend, but supposed to be seeing some 90-degree weather here in town over the weekend. From 0-2 now to 3-2. Ronkin's back in the counts, and he swings at ball 4 and strikes out for the second time. Knipper with 2 up and 2 down in the 3rd inning. Ronkin not too happy with himself, and it's got to be a horrendous feeling, knowing if you could have just left the bat on your shoulder, you would be on base. But that's what baseball's all about. Not going to win every battle. Jack Borgman takes high and tight for ball 1. Borgman walked to lead off the second inning, and that was the catalyst for Hastings as he came around to score the first run of the game. 1-0 from Knipper. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-0. Been on or off for Armani Knipper so far. Pitch that hit him. Borgman wears it in the wallet, and he gets first base as he reaches for the second consecutive time. He's a base runner with 2 outs. So Knipper hits his first batter tonight to go along with two walks. And Alexiel Delgado, the batter. He struck out swinging in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Alexiel, he gets hit on the first pitch. That one up on the top of the shoulder. And those ones hurts. But no intent there. As Knipper a little bit wild, and home plate umpire T. Smith waiting until Delgado gets all the way to first base until he gives Spud pitcher Knipper a new baseball. Tensions have gotten a little high here this series, but not really necessarily at each other. It's mostly been what we saw last night, which was the Sodbusters angry with some of the umpiring calls early in the game that did get one of their players tossed out of the game. But first, Yamato Sato bats with 2 outs and 2 on and fouls it back to the screen. 0-1. Sawyer Duddleston lost his cool last night's game where he was supposedly hit by a pitch. I think what officially happened was he was hit by a pitch, but the umpire claimed that he leaned into it and did not give him first base. Sawyer eventually went on to get out, and then in between innings, he was thrown out of the game. So he has tonight's off, according to league rules. He is not able to play tonight. Sato grounds it just foul outside of the third base bag and real close to getting at least 1, if not 2 runs home. Sato struck out in his first at-bat in the second inning. Sodbusters with some two-out magic. Can they convert it? 0-2 pitch, ground ball, a high chopper to third base. It's just foul again. And that's Sun giving the left side of the fielders some issues. Dawson Barakani did not get a good look on that high chopper. Almost glad if you're a Spud fan that did went foul, because Barakani didn't see it when it reached its apex. So Sato fouls off another pitch. Armani Knipper almost at 60 pitches now, yet to complete 3 innings. Ball one up high, 1-2. Yamato Sato, roommates of tonight's Sodbuster Spotlight, Brendan Wabick. Might be able to see the left-hander tonight. Ran into him before the game. Said, "You going tonight?" He says, "I sure hope so." That's inside, and that hits him. 3 straight hit batters by Armani Knipper with 2 outs. And the Sodbusters have the bases loaded. And Knipper has lost his commands this inning. His 3rd hit batter in a row, and the 5th overall free pass. And it's up to Tyler Welsh to get these runs home. And first, a timeout on the field. James Batten, the head coach for Casper, will go out to talk with his pitcher. Knipper, 59 pitches. And after getting Cale Jensen out on 2 pitches, striking out Bryce Ronkin, he has plunked Jack Borgman, Alexio Delgado, and Yamato Sato in succession. James Batten, one of the assistant coaches at Sagu University, the Southwestern Assemblies of God University. And that university soon to be brand changed. Their new name is going to be Nelson College. Yes, it's easier to say, but it's more fun to say Sagu. Sagu this, Sagu that. So with 2 outs, bases loaded, Tyler Welsh, who he double home a run, and he gets hit. 4 in a row, and the Sodbusters have a base runner. They have a runner. And not sure what all that was all about at home plate, but Welsh gets another RBI the hard way. An RBI hit by pitch for Tyler Welsh, and the Busters now lead it 4-0, and the bases are still loaded. We're lucky this isn't MLB The Show. That can't tell intent, because if we were playing that, Knipper would have been out of the game already. Well, that one misses Luke Ray, but is a ball. It's 1-0 to the 9th place hitter. Sodbusters finishing out their 2nd time through the lineup against Armani Knipper. Wonder how much more he has of a leash with his wild command this inning. Ball 2 downstairs. Luke Ray ahead, 2-0. Ray has seen a sparse playing time, especially at Duncan Field this year. A 2.04 average, 10 hits for Luke, the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy. 2-0, that finds the zone for strike 1, and Knipper appears to have found at least the horizontal parts of the strike zone for now. Ray trying to put up a crooked number. Ground ball to the shortstop. This won't do it. A fielder's choice out at second base. Schlotterbeck makes the play, and the Sodbusters will settle for the 1 run on no hits, 4 hit batters, and the rest are out in the field. 4-0 after 3 innings. Casper looking for something in the top of the 4th. You're listening to Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
A hit batter palooza for the Busters in their home half of the third inning sees them score 1 run after 4 straight reach with 2 outs. And they lead it now 4-0. And Casper trying to get on the board for the first time tonight as they trail 4-0. And Sodbusters have had a lead a couple of times in this series, but it has never stuck. We'll see what Casper can do. And for a Casper team, they scored in the first inning in their first and third games, and they scored in the second inning in that other game. So unusual to see them put up zeros so far. But that's because Conlon Grady for the Hastings Sodbusters has been very excellent so far. He's only allowed 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Josh Phillips set to lead things off. Takes a get-me-over breaking ball for strike 1. Next pitch, wave and a miss. Phillips chases one below the zone. Now no balls and 2 strikes. The southpaw already has a sign before Phillips can even get ready in the box and delivers it home. Just got a piece of it on the breaking ball. Still remains 0-2. So after 3 innings, Grady pitching 34 pitches. His opposing pitcher, 63 pitches. Check swing, no call there, and T. Smith isn't going to even appeal down to the first base umpire. That's just preference for some umpires here, just with the first base umpire. Maybe they can't see it. Well, whatever it was, it didn't matter. Swing or not, that's a swing. And a strikeout for Josh Phillips, who is 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. 5th strikeout for Conlon Grady. The next batter, Chase Burke, the 5-hole hitter. Spuds in the middle part of the lineup the second time through. Chase Burke grounded out to third base. That was the play where Jack Borgman had to stretch and keep his foot on the bag. Chase Burke started last night's game and went 2 for 5 at the dish. And he improved his batting average to .309, a few points higher. In 6 games, 8 hits for Burke. Has driven in 6 runs, but he's been walked 7 times. The series in Casper, walks reared their ugly head for the Sodbusters. Big cut and a miss for Burke. Went down to a knee swinging at that breaking ball. Grady pulling out some deception. Behind in the count, pulls the hook. Does it again. Burke puts some good contact on it. Cale Jensen fights the sun and wins the battle, makes the grab for outs number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Conlon Grady, who is just about cruising along here. It'll be up to Kenny Jackson to extend the inning. Kenny Jackson has also been one of the guys that has hit Sodbuster pitching well, coming into the series, the game tonight, .350 average. Takes a big cut and swings and fouls it off. One of the guys from technically the United States, a U.S. Virgin Islands native. And he attends college at Point University. That is in West Point, Georgia. He's down on the count, 0-2. Conlon delivers. Strike 3 called. Throws him on the outside fastball. 3 up, 3 down for Grady and the Sodbusters, and the Spuds don't have an answer against the Sodbuster starter right now. It's still 4-0 with the Sodbusters in command Bottom of the fourth. Coming up, this is Sodbuster Baseball.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen, a tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Sodbuster Baseball goes into the bottom of the fourth inning. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. I'm Ryan Valenta, riding solo tonight, as Steve Stein is busy with other obligations in Grand Island. Steve, a part of a play that he helped write, the Grand Island Playhouse, helped produce it, and that's one of the big roles. So the remaining Mondays and Thursdays of the home games of this month, it'll just be yours truly to take you through the broadcast. Taylor Gill leads things off. It's the top of the order for the Sodbusters, making their third time through the lineup already. We're just leading off the fourth inning. Armani Knipper is back out there for his fourth inning of work. Taylor Gill sends it to right field, and Kenny Jackson moves over exactly one step to his right to make the catch. Put a good swing on it, did Taylor Gill. Spuds had a man right there. So with the out retired in the fourth inning, Armani Knipper approaching his season high in outs. He pitched a complete 4 innings one time, and that was July 3rd. Josh Printer, first pitch swinging. He singles into left field. And how about Josh Printer? A hit in every game this series. It's a 1-out single to bring up Cale Jensen. As a matter of fact, Josh Printer has now had a hit in 6 of his last 7 games. A guy who had struggled a bit in streaks on offense. He's found his swing back and is hot at the dish. Jensen way high and outside, and Vacek snags it behind the plate. Excellent stop for the Spud catcher to keep Printer at first base. He's a guy who can steal a bag. And a delayed steal by Printer, and he slides in safe. Ask and ye shall receive. It was a delayed steal after Vacek caught the baseball, then Printer decided to go, and a perfectly timed stolen base as Printer catches the Spuds off guard. Count 2-0 to Jensen, who swings away and fouls it off to the left side. Knipper now at 69 pitches tonight. And here comes pitch number 70 to Cale Jensen. He's 0 for 2, but put a good swing on it in his last at-bat. Pops it over our heads and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sodbusters with their 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 of them coming in the second inning, 1 in the third. And the Sodbuster pitcher, Conlon Grady, is showing up tonight to make this a nice ball game. Pitch misses, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cale Jensen. Came into the game batting a cool .300. Payoff hit into center field. Elijah Reeves comes on, measures it up, and makes the grab for out number 2. Jensen 0 for 3. Here's a guy that's due, Bryce Ronkin. has struck out swinging both times, and he was the last Sodbuster to strike out. So after Armani Knipper was mowing down the Sodbusters on strikeouts in the first 2 innings plus, losing command in the 3rd inning where he hit 4 batters in a row, all with 2 outs to give the Sodbusters their 4th run. And 8 straight have not been struck out. Ronkin trying to change the trend as he's been struck out both times tonight. Printer takes off for 3rd, and he's going to make it. No throw as the pitch was low. Josh Printer with 2 stolen bases this inning, and he's now 90 feet away. And with how wild Knipper has been, a wild pitch away from potentially bringing another run across. The pitch to Ronkin with the 2-0 count, grounded to the right side. It is a foul ball. And not by much. Ronkin will trot back to the plate with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Ronkin, the South Dakota State product from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And this is a guy who, when he makes contact, almost always seems to find a gap. The 2-1 pitch. This one is fair this time, and it's the first baseman Cody Clausius who takes it himself to the bag. And it's the 3rd out of the inning. Printer left stranded at 3rd, and the Sodbusters do not score. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left. It's coming up for the 5th inning. 4-0, Hastings in the lead.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
4 innings in the books and moving pretty smoothly along here at Duncan Field. Just over an hour of game time to complete 4 innings. You gotta love that on travel day. Get Casper on the road early, and well, you could argue you gotta get both teams on the road early, as both of these teams headed to the same spot. Going to Casper for 3 games this weekend. Conlon Grady back out for his 5th inning of work. It's so nice to see him get a long outing tonight. As we mentioned earlier, Grady started the game, one of the doubleheader games against Spearfish on Sunday, but with the unexpected weather delay, his outing was cut short to just 1 inning after he started. First pitch is a ball, low and into the turf. To the first batter, Chandler Stocking. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Casper. Off the end of the bat, a slow roller. Ray gloves, flips, not in time. That is just a perfectly placed cue shot by Chandler Stocking. It's an infield hit, and give him his 2nd hit in as many at-bats tonight. So with Stocking aboard, scoreboard even at 4 hits apiece. But the Sodbusters also with the 4 runs. Jason Frew reminding everybody that the beer batter back up. Dawson Baracani scatters his teammates in the dugouts as that one hit off the front rail, but misses everybody. Baracani struck out in the second inning and gave the Sodbusters some fans some discounted price adult beverages. 0-1, grounded foul. It's 0-2. Baracani has seen a decent amount of playing time against the Sodbusters this summer. 3 for 13 against Hastings. Grady trying to set him down on strikes. Instead, a pickoff throw to first. And the slow clap will resume after this quick message. And here it comes. 0-2, the pitch from Grady. Breaking ball fouled out of play, and Baracani just gets a piece. Baracani attends college at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC. And that college holds a place in college history forever, as they were the first number 16 seed in college basketball history to knock off a number 1 seed. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw down to second gets away into center field, but no further advance. And hold on. It's a batter interference, I think, and the runner's going to be out. Yes, sir. A double play. Batter interference on Dawson Baracani, interfered with Yamato Sato, and Chandler Stocking by rule will be out. It's a subjective play depending on the interference. The umpire can deem that the runner has to go back to first, but home plate umpire T. Smith saying that Stocking is out. Head coach James Batten is arguing the call on the field. And both umpires telling their case of what they saw. By rule, if the batter interferes with the runner in any way, or if the batter interferes with the catcher's throwing motion at all, then they are out. And then that is with the runner is stealing a base, and it appears that they're going to change the call and just send Stocking back to first base. So now the batter's out because it was strike 3, and Danny Weiser now wants an explanation. And T. Smith vehemently was saying that, yeah, the batter runner at second is out too. But apparently that was not the right ruling, as they just send the runner back to first base. I apologize, don't know the exact ruling on whether or when the runner's supposed to be called out and when the runner's just supposed to be sent back. Well, they rule that Stocking has to return to first. But Baracani nonetheless strikes out for the first out of the inning, and it's the 7th strikeout for Conlon Grady. 1-0 pitch to Stone Vacek. And Vacek, 2 for 5 against the Sodbusters this summer. 13 for 43 overall. One of 8 guys just hitting over 300 on the season. 302 average for the Houghton, Texas native. 2-0 pitch from Grady. Fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Grady has now thrown 55 pitches in his outing. Again, he's just making his second appearance for the Sodbusters this summer after his Sodbuster debut on Sunday was cut short due to weather. 2-1 to Vacek. Wave and a miss. Strike 2. Top of the order is due next, barring a double play. The Spuds still trying to get on the board. They have not been able to do so yet. Time is called. T. Smith going into the Casper dugouts, and it looks like he's saying knock it off. Just like the Sodbusters were fed up with some of the officiating last night, and it appears it's Casper's turn to gripe. Smith steps out, and that was weird. Grady was set on the mound. T. Smith just walked away, the home plate umpire, but then stepped back in. But it appears like somebody or maybe a couple of people are on thin ice in the Casper dugout. 2-2 pitch. Stocking runs. The pitch is hit in the air to deep center field. Delgado on his horse. He tracks it down and makes the catch. Excellent range by Alexiel Delgado for the second out of the inning, and he had to run a country mile to flag that one down. Vacek, they loud second outs as he's 0 for 2. So Stocking has to retreat to first, and back to the top of the order for Casper in Elijah Reeves. Grady making his third way through the Casper lineup here in the 5th inning. Ball 1, throw back to first. Sato skips it in there, but Borgman smothers it. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Elijah Reeves got yesterday off and was taken out midway through Tuesday night's game. He's the top average guy on the team, but Casper just with so many studs on that bench, they can put about just whoever they want in there and still have an excellent chance of winning a ball game, as their offense averages just about 10 runs per game. 2-0, now 3-0 to Elijah Reeves as the breaking ball misses for Conlon Grady. No action yet in the Sodbuster bullpen. Again, Grady's was injured and battling, rehabbing from an injury for a good portion of the season. Can't anticipate that Grady would have too long of a leash. 3-0, Reeves is taking all the way and throws strike 1. If you're the Spuds here too, that's definitely a thought here, is try and make Grady throw some more pitches and get to the bullpen. Stocking runs, it's strike 2 and no throw from Yamato Sato. Just probably making sure he gets the strike call. We had a inference of that last night where Sato tried to throw out a runner at third base, which should have been strike 3, but did not get the call. From 3-0 now to 3-2 with 2 outs. Grady, did it hit him? It did. That scraped the leg of Elijah Reeves. And T. Smith will jog halfway down with Reeves to first base. So Conlon Grady issues his first free pass via the hit by pitch, and definitely no intent there. Sodbusters just fighting to win a game tonight. Don't want to wake up this Spuds team because they're like a dormant volcano that is set to erupt at any time. Cue shot foul by Cody Clausius. He has one of the 4 Casper hits. He doubled with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, but was left stranded. Nothing in 1 from Conlon Grady to Cody Clausius. Wave and a miss, strike 2. Clausius with a couple of hits on Monday nights. Had 3 hits on Tuesday night. And 1 hit last night. So he's had a hit in all 4 games of this series. The 0-2 pitch. This is outside and Clausius spits on it. Now a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Spuds trying to get the leadoff single home. Pop up into foul territory. Ronkin gives it a look, but just runs out of room. It goes over the fence for a foul ball. Healthy crowd at Duncan Field, murmuring about on this Thursday night. Last chance. If you're not here, you had almost every day since July 1st to come out and see the Sodbusters, with the acceptance of last Saturday and Thursday. The 9-game homestand comes to an end tonight. Fastball misses outside to Clausius. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guys go up to Casper. These 2 teams will play 3 games over the weekend. For the Sodbusters, will be back at home on Tuesday for a 3-game series against Fremont. And now it's Grady's turn to work the opposite way, from 0-2 now to 3-2. Runners will get a head start with the full count pitch. See what Grady comes up with here. The payoff. Line drive into center field, and Luke Ray can't dive and get it. 1 run will come home to score. Other runner stops at third. It's an RBI single for Cody Clausius with another multi-hit game and another RBI batted in against the Sodbusters this series. It's his 4th. O'Grady gives up his first run as a Sodbuster, as the leadoff single does indeed come around to score. And Casper still with some life. Elijah Reeves goes to third, and Clausius with the RBI single at first base. It'll be runners at first and third after the visit from the head coach, Danny Weiser. Took over the honorary number 35 of Joel Skipper, who he tried to give it back to the Sodbusters. Scott said, "No, it's yours, take it." And Joel said, "Nope, I want my guy Danny to wear this new 35. We hope Joel's new transition back to his hometown in Grand Rapids, Michigan is going well, and wish him all the success as the head coach of Calvin University this fall. Now runners at the corners after the mound visit. Spuds on the board with 1 run. They still trail by 3. With Dylan Schlotterback coming to the plate, he's grounded out to the left side twice. Pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Chandler Stocking started off the inning with a single. He scored. Elijah Reeves was hit by a pitch. He's at third base. And Cody Clausius singled. He's at first base. It's a 1-1 pitch to Schlotterback. 0 for 2 tonight. Told you about his big night on Tuesday, and he also drove in a couple of runs last night. And he was walked 3 times last night. He only had 2 official at-bats, as he was either walked or sacrificed himself. Grady's 2-1 pitch, having to labor a lot this inning, misses just downstairs, 3-1. Well, now the Sodbusters fans growing a little quiet here, and Conlon Grady starting to have to work extra hard this inning. He's now at 74 pitches. The 3-1 to Schlotterback. Strike at the top of the zone, and that probably couldn't get much higher without being called a ball. Again, it's a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Clausius at first base will get a head start. And here it comes from Conlon Grady. Ball 4 low and in, another walk, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Wheels are turning now as the Sodbuster bullpen begins to ramp up if Grady cannot get out of the inning. Thank you for spending your Thursday night with us. Shout out to a couple of viewers on the stream. How's it going? Damon, Kira Rylands. Thanks for watching. George from Sugar Land, Texas. Thanks for watching in wherever you're from. How do you do from Hastings? 1 ball, no strike pitch to Josh Phillips. He struck out swinging both times. Swing and a miss there. Phillips, a guy who has looked very good in the series. He's had a hit in every game so far. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Phillips. Cracked down the right field line. It is foul, though. Looked like off the bat it might sneak inside, but that was a good 10 feet foul. And it's a loud strike 2. Grady trying to fix the leak that's threatening to become a gush. The 1-2. Just low, and Phillips lays off of it. That's been the go-to pitch for Grady against Phillips the last 2 at-bats. And now it's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Conlon Grady is pumped up, and he's got some words for Casper. As the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded, and hold on here, we've got a little bit of blood boiling. Elijah Reeves telling the Sodbusters to knock it off. Right after Grady struck out Phillips, he was mouthing off to him. But the Sodbusters escape further trouble. They lead it 4-1, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th inning.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, tensions are high here at Duncan Field as Conlon Grady strikes out Josh Phillips to strand the Spuds full of on their bases paths. And Grady, right after he struck out Phillips, was immediately saying some stuff, and that drew the ire of Elijah Phillips, the runner at third base. And nobody really got in the face of anybody, but there were some words exchanged to both sides, and while we were away, almost certain home plate umpire T. Smith has issued warnings to both benches saying, no more. Let's just play baseball and finish this game out. Casper does get a run home, though, and they take 5 innings to score, which the longest that has happened this series. And for the bottom of the 5th inning, Armani Knipper is still out on the mound. I had to figure maybe that was going to be his last inning, but not the case, as perhaps the Spuds bullpen is in need of some innings from their starter. Pitch number 2 is outside. It's Jack Borgman to lead us off. He has reached base twice without a hit. He has been walked and been hit by a pitch. The 2-0 from Knipper at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Borgman's hit by pitch in the 3rd inning was the first of 4 straight hit batters in a row. 2-1 right there for strike 2 on the outside edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jack Borgman. Got off to a scorching hot at the start of the season, but cooled off mightily on that Sodbuster long home trip and just hasn't really found his stride since. Down the right field line, but it will go foul. The exception of Borgman, though, was Tuesday night, where he went 3 for 5 in the ball game. Went 3 for 4 in the ball game and had a multi-hit game. But he got last night off. The 2-2 pitch, low and taken. Excellent eye by Borgman to leave it in the turf. Wind still blowing in pretty decently. The first 2 nights, we had no wind whatsoever here at Duncan Field. It's picked up a little bit here the past couple of nights. Downstairs for ball 4, and Borgman is on for the 3rd straight time tonight. Other issue about the warnings, which they're definitely warranted, with guys trying to show each other up. The problem with Knipper is that he's been kind of wild, so it's kind of hard to judge intent with him being so wild. If he were to hit a batter with warnings in place. Obviously, hit batters with warnings in place are not automatic ejections. It's still up to the discretion of the umpire. 0-1 pitch right there for strike 2 to Alexiel Delgado. He tried to bunt the first pitch and came up empty, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Pitch from Knipper, way inside, and almost hit Delgado on the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alexiel, a career day yesterday, went 4 for 4 at the plate with 3 singles and a double in the Sodbusters' 9-run loss. Really the lone bright spot on offense for Hastings. They scored only their 2 runs yesterday on a wild pitch in the 7th inning. That does hit him, and Delgado flips the bat away, and he not too happy by that as he is hit by a pitch for the 2nd consecutive time and the 5th hit batter by Armani Knipper. And that's going to be the end of the day. James Batten, the head coach for Casper, has already signaled to the bullpen. When we come back, the Sodbusters with 1st and 2nd with nobody out and looking to do some serious damage here at Duncan Field.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Pitching change for the Casper Spuds as they have to go to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 5th inning with nobody out. The pitcher Armani Knipper's day is done after 4+ innings pitched. He allows the first 2 to reach and gives way to Bryce Hudenik. Hudenik appeared in Monday night's game. That was part of the game where the Spuds featured 6 arms in Monday night's 7-6 win. So he will be on for the 2nd time this series. And he will come on with 1st and 2nd and nobody outs. Bryce Hudenik's a Sugar Land, Texas native. So he is one of the Sagu guys as well. Sugar Land, Texas, also a notable city. They're home to the I believe I am saying this right, the Sugar Land Space Cowboys. One of the many MLB minor league teams. Let's see, Sugar Land Space Cowboys, the AAA affiliate of the Houston Astros. Well, they've got a nice baseball town, and Texas, I mean, just a baseball state, baseball city, football, and everything sports state, really, through and through. As Hudenik comes on, he will be making his 10th appearance, all out of the bullpen, 13 1/3 innings pitched. He has a 1-0 record. He's given up 9 hits, 7 runs. He has walked 7 and struck out 16. A 4.73 ERA for the Spuds reliever. So Sodbusters trying to put up a crooked number here in the 5th inning. As we've got Yamato Sato at the dish. He was part of the streak of 4 straight hit batters by Armani Knipper last inning. He is 0 for 1 with that hit batsman and a strikeout. Hudenik taking a long look at second at Borgman and delivers a breaking ball for ball 1 downstairs. The unofficial final line for Knipper: 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. 1-0 from Hudenik. Breaking ball right over there for strike 1. Yamato coming into the ball game with a 190 average. Trying to be Mr. Clutch here with runner in scoring position. Hudenik pitches inside, 2-1. Seen Casper be over the plate early and often for the first 3 games. Pitchers have given them a little bit of trouble tonight. 2-1 yanked in the opposite batter's box. Excellent stop by Stone Vacek behind the plate to keep the runners in their place. Now a hitter's count for Yamato. Let's see what Hudenik offers him. The pitch, it's up high for ball 4. 3 straight have reached against the Spuds here in the 5th inning. It's bases loaded, nobody out. Now what can Tyler Welsh do here with a prime opportunity to bust this game open? He swung at the first pitch in his first at-bat and does so again, lifts it softly in the air. It's on the infield, so the infield fly rule is caught, but he drops it. It is an infield fly rule, so the batter is out. That's according to home plate umpire T. Smith. That's the correct call, as the shortstop, Schlotterbeck, had no issue catching it. So Welsh is automatically retired, and all other runners will stay put. So even with Welsh's pop-outs, still an opportunity. Anything to the outfield could definitely score Jack Borgman. Luke Ray takes strike 1, a painted breaking ball in the outside corner. Spuds in the bullpen for the first time tonight. Trying to get out of this with no damage done. The Sodbusters still yet to push across a runner. They started this inning with a walk and have since loaded the bases with nobody out. Still nothing to show, and that's what plagued the Sodbusters last night. Too many men left on base in big spots. Breaking ball stays high. It's 2-1. Luke Ray singled in the second inning. Came around to score and grounded out in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 2. 2-1 breaking ball. Hits softly to the first baseman. Charges, throws home. It's not in time. Borgman is safe at the plates, and all hands are safe. It's bases loaded with 1 out. Borgman not known for his speed, but he beats the rap at home. It's a 5-1 ball game here in the 5th inning. First baseman Cody Clausius with an excellent play, a do-or-die play, charging in. But just a tad late, he wanted to argue, and here comes James Batten. And James, you're a great coach. You've led this team to 31 wins, but the field umpire's not going to overturn this call. Can tell you that right now. Not sure if, I think the call was that Borgman just beat the throw at the plates. T. Smith, the home plate umpire, did not give any indication that perhaps Vacek pulled his foot off the base. It was a bang-bang play. Could probably go either way. T. Smith and Frank Williams are 2 umpires tonight discussing the previous play right in front of the mounds. As it stands, it's a 5-1 game. Bases loaded with 1 out with the top of the order due up. Well, umpires having a lengthy discussion about this. So far, when James Batten's come out for Casper in this series, it's been, what'd you have? Out. Okay, it stands. Or safe. Okay, it stands. So this could develop into something here, folks. And credit Cody Clausius for getting the ball there to home plate. And the runner is safe after conversation, and James Batten will just walk back to the dugout, hold his arms out, and that is the final call there. Clausius at first base thinks he got him, and can't blame it. It's a bang-bang play. Whoever gets on the short end of the call is going to come out and argue that. So it's a fielder's choice as Luke Ray gets a run home, and its bases loaded with one out. Taylor Gill puts a drive into right field. Kenny Jackson over towards the line, makes the catch. The runner tags at third and comes home and scores. Alexiel Delgado scores. The ball gets away from the catcher, but no further advance home. It's an RBI sac fly for Taylor Gill. It's 6-1, and second and third with 2 outs. Gill wasting no time, picking on the first pitch from Bryce Hudenick, and charged both of those runs to Armani Knipper, and he's still responsible for Yamato Sato at third base. Luke Ray goes up to second, and here's Josh Printer. Get me over breaking ball for strike one to Hudenick. 0-1. Here's the next pitch. Josh Printer trying to add some more here. Busters with 2 runs across in the 5th inning. They have a 5-run lead. The 1-1 pitch to Printer. Way outside, and now 2 balls and 1 strike. Sodbusters now making their 4th time through the lineup, as they have been causing some havoc on the base pass for the past 3 innings. Even 4th inning make that. 2-1, yanked outside, it's 3-1. If you walk Josh Printer, it's bases loaded with Cale Jensen coming up, as first base is open, but not really a situation to pitch around a guy right here. 3-1 pitch from Hudenick. Swing and a miss. Printer misses the fastball that was on the outside part, close to the edge of the strike zone. Now it's a full count pitch. Hudenick trying to put out the fire here, which has just had been ignited. Payoff. Printer gets a piece of it, and credit him for getting a piece of that breaking ball. Usually with a team desperate to get out of an inning, you don't see him go to the breaking ball too often. Credit Printer to stay on it here. See what Hudenick comes up with another payoff pitch. Ball 4 downstairs. Printer walks. It's bases loaded with 2 outs indeed for Cale Jensen. And you know Jensen wants to bust open here. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Has hit the ball pretty well in his second at-bats. But 0 for 3 tonight with a chance to make this an even more comfortable game. Hudenick steps off on the mound. Yamato Sato at third base. Luke Ray at second. Josh Printer at first. Hudenick's first offering. Jensen swinging away and fouls it off. 0-1. Sodbusters hitting 70 points better at home than on the road, and are finishing up their 9-game homestand before they go for 3 games on the road. Low and inside for ball 1 to Jensen. Busters with 2 runs across already. on the benefits of no hits in the inning. The 1-1 pitch to Jensen. Check swing. Called a ball. They peel out to the field. And no swing. Frank Williams says palms down. Jensen ahead 2-1, and Jensen a traditional pull hitter to the right side, as most lefties are, but if he can go to left center field, that would surely clear the bases. Way downstairs, and it's 3-1. No place to put Cale Jensen. A walk means another run, as Hudenik is trying to find the strike zone after delivering strike one. Hitter's count pitch to Cale Jensen. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball 3-1. The cojones by Bryce Hudenik to throw the breaking ball when he's spiked a few of them in this at-bat. Now it's a payoff pitch. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 5th inning. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Jensen doesn't like it, and the Sodbusters are retired. They strand the bases loaded, but not before they add 2 more runs. It's a 6-1 ball game. We're through 5 innings with Casper coming up in the 6th inning. You're listening and watching Sodbuster Baseball.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Sixth inning coming up here. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters. They go to the bullpen after 5 very good innings from Conlon Grady. 1 run on 5 hits through those 5 innings of work with 7 strikeouts, and he gives way to Michael Hanna. Michael Hanna will come on as the first Sodbuster out of the bullpen. And he's a guy who has had some shaky starts, but been overall pretty good. A Belle Chasse, Louisiana native. One of the Highland Community College guys. And yes, wanted to make sure they're the Scotties. Put it up there for one of the best mascots in college baseball and in just college athletics as well. The Scotties from Highland Community College. All right, enough of that. Michael Hanna coming on in relief. And for Michael, he will be making his 6th appearance this season. And he's made 1 start, but 5th appearance out of the bullpen. 10 innings pitched for Michael. Has an 0-2 record. Has given up 11 hits, 12 runs, only 7 of them earned. Has walked 14 and struck out 10 to the tune of a 6.30 ERA. Looking for a good outing for Michael to keep this a game in favor of the Sodbusters, who add 2 more in the 5th inning and now lead it 6-1. For Casper, Chase Burke, Kenny Jackson, and Chandler Stocking due up. Also, before we get too far away from the play, back when we had that batter's interference call a couple of innings ago where they just sent the runner back to first base instead of striking out, longtime and veteran umpire, current Adams Central Baseball head coach Tim Stroman, he's here at the game, and he let me know that that was not the correct call and he should have been called out. Tim, we need you out there. need you to go out and say, guys, I'm an umpire. I promise it's the right call. Tim Stroman, excellent guy, has finished up his first year as the Adams Central baseball coach here in Hastings. Ground ball by Chase Burke, and a bad throw by Luke Ray. And he was right next to the base, but with the speed of Burke, rushed the throw, and had to, of course, with the speed, and it's an error on the second baseman, and Ray hangs his head in disbelief that he made that play. Well, it's a leadoff base runner for the Spuds, down by 5 runs, and the volcano still dormant, but poised to erupt at any time. Casper trying to defend their 21-game win streak. It has been exactly 1 month ago today since the Casper Spuds lost a baseball game. Sodbusters with the 5-run advantage, still 4 complete innings left to play. So Burke is on with the error. He's now 0 for 3, but has a lot of speed on the base pass. Hannah pumps it in for ball 2 outside to Kenny Jackson. Jackson singled his first at-bat, struck out his second at-bat. He is 1 for 2. Burke 18 for 20 in stolen bases at first base, and he's stolen a few bases against the Sodbusters this season. Jackson hits it into right field, and should be no problem for the right fielder Taylor Gill. That is indeed the case. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. I'm Ryan Valenta. You're listening to Sodbuster Baseball on our YouTube live stream. Appreciate you supporting these college guys and supporting us in what we do. And a lot of fun being out here calling baseball in the summer season, watching these guys develop. Chandler Stocking gets an at-bat for the 3rd time tonight. Hannah misses downstairs for ball 1. And we'll likely look to Michael for maybe an inning, maybe 2. He has pitched multiple innings in 3 of his 5 appearances this season. 1-0 pitch up high, ball 2 to Chandler Stocking. Stocking 2 for 2 with a run scored. And for a guy who didn't have the best average against the Sodbusters this summer, he's turned it on as of late. 2-0 pitch to him. Outside, and that looked close to the strike zone, but Sato not receiving the baseball well, and it's 3-0. Stocking started Monday's game. Did not record a hit, but did drive home a run. And in last night's game, a couple of hits for Stocking and a couple of RBIs. He has 4 hits in the past 2 nights. 3-0. Called a ball. Stocking was ready to get ready for... Stocking was getting ready to continue the at-bats, thinking it was a strike, but it was not. It's a 4-pitch walk to Stocking. It's 1st and 2nd with 1 out, with the beer batter, Dawson Barakani, coming to the plate. Barakani has struck out twice. And don't have the official stats on the beer batter. Apologize, I'm slacking in that department, and with Steve not here tonight. No, we've done pretty good. We've had more beer batters strike out at least once here at Duncan Field this season than not. I know we've had at least 1 3 strikeout beer batter game. Sodbusters trying to make that a reality here tonight. There's a first pitch strike. Hannah gets it across to Dawson Barakani. Sammamish, Washington native. Here's the 0-1 pitch with runners at 1st and 2nd. Off the glove of Sato, the runner breaks for 3rd. It is in time. Out at 3rd base is Chase Burke, trying to steal 3rd on the wild pitch. Burke is caught for just the 3rd time this season, and Sato if you can even call that a mistake, compounds his mistake by recording it out on the base pass. It's now 2 outs. Stocking does move up to second on the play. And the count's 1 ball and 1 strike to Dawson Baracani. He puts a good swing on it. It's into shallow left field. Jensen comes on. He grabs it. Michael Hanna with a scoreless inning as the Spuds do not score and still trail 6-1. And the Sodbusters looking for more runs in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back on Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
We're back at Duncan Field, and off camera right now, Jason Frew, our on-field MC and games master, for lack of a better term. One of the new games he's come up with this season is, and they've kind of changed it a little bit too, that one of the Frews will stand down on the concourse level at just behind home plate and ask fans to throw soft baseballs at them. And it's been try and get it into the glove, outstretched glove that they've held out, but it's tonight for a young fellow, his sole job was to throw the baseball and hit Jason Frew. I love it. I absolutely love it. And he got 2 of them too. So the fan taking out some arm anger. I mean, the kid's like 3 years old, so I'm totally exaggerating here, but come out to Duncan Field. It's a blast here. We have a lot of fun in between innings and overall excellent atmosphere here in Hastings. Levi Graham is on for the Casper Spuds, the second pitcher out of the bullpen for Casper, and he has Bryce Ronkin to tangle with first. And Ronkin is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and groundouts. Takes down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Levi Graham, a Temple, Arizona native, goes to Southern Nazarene University to play his college ball. Graham has already appeared in the series with the Sodbusters as Ronkin takes a breaking ball at the knees for strike 2. We've seen just about everybody available for the Spuds so far this series as they use 6 pitchers on Monday nights, 5 pitchers on Tuesday nights. Ronkin goes the opposite way to left field, but it's right at the left fielder, Chase Burke, who squeezes it for out number 1. Ronkin 0 for 4 tonight. As a matter of fact, Levi Graham has appeared in 2 games this series. Monday, he pitched 2/3 of an inning and only faced 1 batter. He got that 1 batter out on a double play. And then Tuesday, he went 3 innings and only allowed 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts, and did not factor into the decision. So the Sodbusters seen Levi Graham for the 3rd time this week here at Duncan. The batter, Jack Borgman, quickly down 0-2 on a couple of called strikes. Early returns for Levi Graham, about 83 to 84 miles an hour on the gun. The pitch from the righty to the righty, Jack Borgman. Strike 3 called, and that one on the edge of the zone. Borgman is struck out looking for the second out of the inning. That breaks a streak of 3 straight times that Borgman had reached. And it'll be up to Alexiel Delgado. Sodbusters in danger of going 1-2-3 for the first time this inning. This game. And we're here in the 6th inning. First pitch to Lex is up high. Lex given to the guy from Carolina University, the Florida native, and almost more of a Lex Luthor guy, as he's gotten a haircut, which he's almost got the Lex Luthor hair length. Delgado is ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. 9-inning contest tonight before these two teams get out of town to play 3 more games on the road in Casper. Delgado still looking for his first hit tonight. Takes a big swing and a miss. First strike 1. Delgado a perfect 4 for 4 day yesterday. 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout and has been hit by a pitch twice. Delgado raised his average 34 points yesterday with that 4-hit game. 2-1. Swing and a miss again. 2-2. Those 4 hits, 3 singles, and a double. Delgado's average on the season now 223. He was batting below 200 last night. It's a weird line for Lex this summer season. Team leader in doubles, home runs, and RBIs, but also the team lead in strikeouts. Way outside, the count runs full. Alexiel Delgado started off the year as the Sodbuster leadoff hitter. With his offensive struggles, he was moved down to the 9th spot, potentially to be a second leadoff hitter, if you will, if he can get on base as the 9 guy. Take that. Payoff pitch over our head, and it's 3-2. Delgado trying to get on for the 3rd straight time. And once again faces the 3-2 pitch from Levi Graham. Here it comes. Popped up. Vacek giving it a look behind the plate, but it gets out into the stands. And it will get a souvenir for a young fan who didn't quite make the catch, but it basically landed right in his lap. So Delgado stays alive. He'll see another pitch. Sun almost completely covering the infield now here at Duncan Field, with the exception of a concourse shining a few rays of light on the shortstop. Another payoff from Levi Graham. It's way high. It's a walk to Delgado, and the Sodbusters avoid getting retired in order, and for the 6th straight inning, they have at least 1 base runner. Yamato Sato will try to keep the train moving. Other action in the Independence League tonight. Oahe leads the Bison 8-6, and Fremont leads the Nebraska Prospects 7-4. The Oahe game in the 6th inning. Prospects and Fremont game in the 5th inning. Obviously, both of those games in Fremont and Oahe, as the Bison and the Prospects are travel-only teams. Yamato Sato takes high for ball 1. Delgado running, and he is a dead duck. Stone Vacek. He's pumped up about the throw out there. The Sodbusters thrown out on the base pass to end the inning. So technically, the Sodbusters send the minimum to the plate, and they are retired. It's still a 6-1 ball game after 6 innings. We'll be back with inning number 7 on Sodbuster Baseball.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
7th inning, as Casper still trails it 6-1. The Sodbusters trying to hang another 0 behind the arm of Michael Hanna, who is on for his 2nd inning in relief. Checking out some of the streams. Hello, Hanna family. We are big Michael Hanna fans right now, as he is on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. He gave up an error on the base pass as well as a walk, but relatively a quiet inning for Michael. And he comes on for his 2nd inning of work. Nate Frew is trying to take credit for the throwing game in the stands, and we'll see what Jason has to say about that after the game, Nate. I mean, like I said, we've had the variations of trying to catch the baseball in the glove, which is a very, very tough contest. We did have one kid do it earlier in the season, but can't remember another time where that happened. But Frew's big part of the Sodbuster program. Brian Frew, one of the co-owners. See him and the kiddos in attendance tonight in their usual spots right by on the first base line. So Sodbusters looking to win the first game against Casper this year. And for the Spuds, they have 9-1-2 due up. But to start things off, Casper will start off with a pinch hitter. Cole Douglas will take the spot of Stone Vacek, who flew out twice and finishes his day 0-2. And Cole Douglas takes the ball 1-0. Douglas is a Casper native, attends college at Colorado Christian University. 14 games for Douglas this summer, .207 average, just 6 hits. 5 runs driven in against the Sodbusters this year in 2 games. He is 0-3 with an RBI and a walk. Michael Hanna with the 1-1 pitch. At the knees, strike 2. Sodbuster bullpen playing catch with a couple of guys. As we mentioned, Hanna has gone multiple innings multiple times. Look out, that one up near the head of Douglas, but he spins out of the way. After this one finishes up tonight's, Sodbusters have 7 more games here at Duncan Field against Fremont and the Prospects. That one just misses high, and the count runs full 3-2. The exception of a couple of games in Grand Island as well. Those will be next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So those are still technically home days, with the Bison baseball team, a travel-only team, coming uptown. Ball 4 outside, as Hanna issues his 2nd walk, and Douglas is aboard. And disappointing for Hanna, as he had him 1-2 and loses his leadoff guy. Back to the top of the order. It's Elijah Reeves for the 4th time tonight. He's still looking for his first hit. And for Reeves, after Monday night's thrashing of the Sodbusters when he went 3 for 5 and scored a run, he's been pretty quiet since. Reeves has not gotten a hit since Monday night. Takes a strike for strike 1. Reeves was 0 for 4 Tuesday, got yesterday off, and 0 for 2 tonight. Reeves came into the series batting .419. Strike 2 at the knees called, a delayed strike call by T. Smith. Home plate umpire tonight, Frank Williams, is in the field. Reeves down 0-2 with Douglas at first base. 0-2 pitch. Reeves sends it in the air to right field. Drifting back is Taylor Gill, and he makes the grab in right field for the first out of the inning. So Reeves now 0 for 3 on the day. Rather quiet day for one of the fan favorites. He was the beer batter to start off Monday night and struck out, and he plays along with the promotions and the crowd as well. While most guys would ignore it, guy who just likes the game. First pitch swinging is Cody Clausius, sends it down the left field line in foul territory. It's just foul, and not by much. Clausius inches probably away from scoring a run and having an extra base hit. But T. Smith calls it foul. No argument by the Casper assistant coach at third base. That's Will Hyanacone. C.J. Jones does the coaching at first base. Something you don't see too often. The head coach, James Batten, not one of the base coaches. He spends the offensive times in the dugout. So a loud first strike for Cody Clausius, who digs back in from the left-handed batter's box. Takes low for ball 1. Casper 31-4 in the midst of a 21-game winning streak. Pitch right over there, and Clausius never got the bat off his shoulder. Now it's now a 1-2 count, with Hannah looking for the punch-out. Ground ball up the middle, and this should be an easy double play. Printer steps on the bag, throw over to first, a twin killer to end the inning, and the Sodbusters face the minimum in the 7th inning as Michael Hanna works 2 scoreless innings, and we go to the 7th inning stretch at Duncan with the Sodbusters leading 6-1.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Stretch time at Duncan Field, where the fans, for the first time, I'll make that actually the second time, as the Sodbusters lead after the 7th inning stretch. That was also the case on Monday night. The Sodbusters led after the 7th inning stretch, but then Casper would come across and score 3 runs to take the lead, and then they would have the lead for the rest of the way to win that game. And I mean, besides last night's game, been a very competitive contest where the Sodbusters and Spuds competed all the way through in the first 2 games. 1-run game in the Monday night game, a 4-run game which saw extra innings in the Tuesday night game, a Casper blowout last night's, but we don't want to say anything about tonight just yet, as there is still plenty of baseball left to be played. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Busters against Levi Graham, who is back out for another inning of work. Sato is hit by the pitch, and that's a triple doink there. That got Sato, the catcher, and the umpire. And it appears that T. Smith wore the worst of it, as that got him in an unfriendly area, up in the torso, shoulder area perhaps. Sato is hit by the pitch, and it is the 5th time a sodbuster has been plunked tonight. Sato is aboard as a leadoff base runner. Sodbusters have done a decent job of getting the leadoff guy on. They've done it in 3 innings tonight. Last night, oh my goodness, the Sodbusters seemingly got the leadoff guy on in every inning, and as a matter of fact, they did, except for the 8th and the 1st innings. They ended up leaving 10 on base en route to their blowout loss last night, 11-2. Tyler Welsh bats. He is 1 for 2 with that big RBI double in the first at bat for him in the 2nd inning. That's got the scoring started. Pick off over to first. Sato's back in safely. Sato doesn't look like he's a base stealer by nature, but he can be tricky. He has 3 stolen bases this summer. Welsh, a little bit of a half-hearted swing there. Didn't put full effort there on the pitch from Levi Graham. The 1-1 from him. Low and away, ball 2. Graham is on for his 2nd inning of work. He faced the minimum in the 6th inning. He allowed a 2-out walk. That was erased, trying to steal second base. Sato's the guy at first right now, the 2-1 pitch. Welsh pops it in the air, shallow center field. Elijah Reeves jogs in, loses the lid, but secures the ball for the first out of the inning. Welsh yet to find the base pass after the double and the hit by pitch. It's now the end of the order in Luke Ray. Luke Ray started off his night with a single and drove home a run in the 5th inning with a RBI fielder's choice. That was that bang-bang play at home plate where Borgman slid in ahead of the tag, which the Spuds questioned. But Ray tonight's 1 for 3. Has put the ball on the ground 2 times. He's been retired. 0-0, excuse me. That pitch is across for a strike. Was a 0-0 pitch after the pickoff throw to first. Levi Graham gets ahead of Luke Ray. Luke Ray, one of the several Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys on the team. He was our Sodbuster Spotlight yesterday. The guy who wants to do some engineering work as well as some nuclear engineering work on the side, and that's a hefty career, especially for a baseball player. The 1-1 pitch from Graham. Chopper, going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Stocking, who gets a friendly hop. Sprinting in like Usain Bolt, and picks it off the ground and throws over to first in time. Sparkling play by the Spud second baseman. Sato advances to second on the throw. And it's Taylor Gill with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Gill has had a very good night. Drove home 2 runs on a single in the 2nd inning. That gave the Sodbusters that 3-run 2nd inning. Then drove home a run in the 5th inning. So he's got 3 RBIs tonight after coming into the game with just 2 RBIs in 3 games. Taylor Gill started off at Northeast Community College like several of these guys here and transferred to Division I Ohio Played for the Bobcats in the spring. Here in Hastings, kind of halfway between college and home for Taylor. An Orem, Utah native. And going to college in Ohio. Down on the count, 0-2. The pitch from Levi Graham. Gill puts a swing on it, hits it to right field towards the foul line. It will get foul and just out of the reach of Kenny Jackson, who almost got there. All hands will move back to their respective places. 6-1 ball game, and 5 hits for Casper, only 4 hits for Hastings. You might ask, well, what's going on with Casper? Well, they've walked 6 batters and hit 6 batters. So 12 free passes for Spuds pitching tonight. 0-2 pitch, low and away, and it is stopped. That's the new catcher back there, Cole Douglas, who pinch hits and stays in the game for Stone Vacek. Defense otherwise for the Spuds still the same as when they started 7 innings ago. Just over 2 hours of game time now here at Duncan Field in the home half of the 7th inning. Low again, and that squirts through the wickets of Douglas, who can't find it. He'll finally locate it, but not after Yamato Sato makes it to third base. Now 2-2 counts, and Douglas will call time and strategize with his pitcher on the mound. Levi Graham making his 5th appearance on the season, the 3rd appearance against the Sodbusters in this series alone. Season high in pitches came for him just 2 days ago on 52 pitches, so 1 day of rest after 52 pitches, and Spuds send him back out there. He's about to pitch number 30 here to Taylor Gill. From the stretch with the 2-2 counts. Way outside and away, it's now 3-2. Gill with an RBI night, and oh goodness, with a 3-2 pitch, James Batten's going to go out to the mound and make a pitching change. In the middle of an at-bat, Coach Batten has signaled to the bullpen and is taking out his starter. Could be a strategy move as well, because Graham now at 30 pitches. I believe the threshold to have at least 1 day of rest is 31 pitches, so perhaps they really want to use him tomorrow. So that could be the case there, but 3-2 count when we come back with a new Spud pitcher.
At Hastings College, we celebrate all the ways you shine. From more than 20 athletic teams to band, choir, theater, and art, plus esports, creative writing, speech, and media. Join in to earn a scholarship and find your people, the friends you'll hang out and have fun with. It's what makes Hastings great. So check out Hastings College, where your experience matters, in the classroom and in the activities you love to do. Visit us at hastings.edu.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
New arm on the mound in the middle of a count here. The Spuds turn it over to Logan Lathrop. And he is coming into this at-bat with a 3-2 count on Taylor Gill. And the only reason I can fathom that head coach James Batten took out his reliever Levi Graham in the middle of the at-bat was he had just reached the 30-pitch mark. And if I'm not mistaken, it's if you pitch 30 pitches or less, you do not have to sit out next day, but The Spuds have used him now 3 out of 4 straight days. We resume here with the 3-2 count with 2 outs. Taylor Gill digs back in. And Logan Lathrop appearing just his second outing this summer with Casper. His last outing was 9 days ago against Oahe. Gill grounds it foul and stays alive with a 3-2 count. That outing against Oahe for Lathrop, just 2 outs recorded, and he faced 6 batters, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So his ERA very elevated with that small sample size. Payoff again. Gill pops it up. That's in play. Stocking at second base, calling for it, and secures it for out number 3. Logan Lathrop comes on and throws 2 pitches to get the last out of the inning, and the Sodbusters do not score and strand the leadoff hit by pitch at third base. After 7 innings, Sodbusters and Spuds still with a 6-1 advantage in Hastings. We'll be right back.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
We come back a little early because it's our favorite promotion tonight. The Dizzy Bat Race, where 3 gentlemen corkscrewing themselves into the grounds. And we've got 1 down and a couple of others. They'll finish the race. Oh, there's one that falls down again at the end. Another one of the plenty of promotional fun here at Duncan Field. And we hope those guys, they've been taking advantage of the beer batter tonight. Always makes it a little more fun here in Hastings. A new pitcher on for the Hastings Sodbusters. Brendan Wabick, today's Sodbusters spotlight, the Canadian southpaw. He comes on in relief of Michael Hanna, who pitched 2 excellent scoreless innings. And really, the Sodbuster pitchers, no faults so far tonight, besides that 1 run in the 5th inning. Sodbuster pitchers combined 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. And Brendan Wabick comes on in relief. We talked to him before the game, said he's traditionally a starter at home and has been pretty much a starter his whole life, but has been primarily used as a reliever this season. This is actually the first time in 3 outings he will be coming out of the bullpen after he was a starter his past 2 outings. Pitching for the first time in 6 days. Brendan Wabick making his 9th appearance, 15 2/3 innings pitched, no record, 23 hits, 24 runs, 20 earned, 16 walks, and 15 strikeouts. His best outing against the Prospects is when he started on the 23rd and went 6 innings and struck out 9 batters. So pretty much two-thirds of his strikeouts have come in 1 game this season. For the Spuds, 3, 4, and 5 due up. It's Dylan Schlotterbeck at the plate against Wabick, who delivers strike 1. Brendan's got a decent arsenal to go and choose from. A 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball, a curveball, a changeup, and the newfangled pitch, the sweeper. It's not a curveball, not a slider, it's a sweeper. Somewhere in between those 2 pitches. Pitch called a strike on the outside corner. And Wabick ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strike to Dylan Schlotterbeck, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. The Canadian southpaw brings it in. Low and stopped by Yamato Sato. That's what we've told you about this season as well. Sato becoming the everyday catcher, even though he has busting it behind the plate for 9 innings. He always acts like it's bases loaded with the game on the line. No reason to block that pitch there, but still does it anyways. 2-2 from Wabick. Way out of the zone. It's a full count pitch. You can find our Sodbuster Spotlights on the Sodcast on Spotify, where we interview our Sodbuster players throughout the summer and talk about their lives, baseball, and their future careers at their respective colleges. Wabick with the 3-2 pitch to Schlotterbeck, the leadoff hitter. Popped in the air on the infield. Over at second base, Luke Ray puts it away for the first out of the inning. Good job by Wabick to retire the first batter. Sodbuster bullpen is not allowed a hit as of yet. Casper with 5 hits tonight. 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. The next batter, Josh Phillips. He has the hat trick in strikeouts. 0 for 3 tonight. Wabick drops a breaking ball in there for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Josh Phillips still looking to extend his hit streak. And this could be the last call for him. Way inside, almost hit him, but Phillips scoots out of the way. So far, Phillips has had a hit in each game of the series and carries a 7-game hit streak coming into this contest, but has been retired on strikes all 3 times tonight. Wabick behind in the count 2-0, now 3-0. And Phillips, can't imagine looking to extend the streak here and get over greedy about it. Just needs to get on and get this line moving for the Spuds, which has not been able to put anything together really at all this game. 3-0 pitch, a high and tight strike called, and Phillips digs back in. That 5th inning for Casper, they got a run on 2 hits, a couple of free passes issued by the Sodbusters. That's really most they've threatened Hastings tonight. Not close for ball 4, and Wabick spins in frustration. And Phillips is aboard for the first time tonight. No golden sombrero for him. And it's 1 on with 1 out. Remember the very first game that Wabick pitched in was opening night here on May the 28th. And boy, does May the 28th sound like a long time ago. A month and a half later, and Sodbusters a couple of weeks away from saying goodbye to the 2024 season. Wabick's first pitch to Chase Burke is too low for ball 1. But it was Wabick's opening night appearance where he lost control of the zone, never really found it to begin with, and really scuffled with the mound. Just did not find good plant points on the mound. He was seen spinning out of control multiple times and seemingly looking at the mound, thinking that there was some issue with it. I mean, it's a challenge. With some pitchers used to dirt their whole life, with turf fields becoming ever so popular now. Obviously, with the less upkeep that you have to do and the less work that you don't have to drag it after games like you would with the dirt field. And when it rains, less chance of flooding as well. Well, Wabick has missed with 3 straight to Chase Burke. And a pickoff throw to first. Phillips not going anywhere. Wabick just trying to get a fresh perspective, perhaps, after missing 3 straight times. And Burke, not the biggest of strike zones to work with either. 3-0 pitch, top of the zone for strike 1. Chase Burke tonight 0 for 3. Ground out, fly outs, and reached on an error. Wabick trying to continue the success of his former pitcher before him, Michael Hanna. Ground ball back to Wabick. Throws it on to second, and it's dropped. Wabick kind of short-armed it there. It was on target, but I think Luke Ray was expecting a much harder throw and drops the baseball, and all hands are safe with one out. I think it's a good play for Wabick. You don't want to try to gun it there and risk throwing it into center field. Just get a sure out. The Sodbusters just not on the same page, and head coach Danny Weiser will come out for a mound visit. In the Central Nebraska region, head coach Danny Weiser on ESPN Tri-Cities Doug and Daddy show today, where got to catch up with the 22-year-old Sodbuster skipper, thrust into the Sodbuster manager by choice, not by need, as Sodbusters had other candidates that they could have gone with to coach the team for the rest of the season. But general manager co-owner Scott Galusha felt in his gut that Danny was the right move, especially after a couple of veterans on the team, Sawyer Duddleston and Josh Printer, approached him and said, look, we love what Danny does. We don't want to learn some other coach's playbook for the last month of the season and risk throwing off the whole mojo of the team. That's what they did. Danny, a very tough week to start. His first 4 games against the top team in the Independence League, who is threatening here with only 1 out. The batter, Kenny Jackson. He's had some good games against the Sodbusters, but quiet tonight. Soft pop-up to Josh Printer. Infield fly rule is called, and Printer catches it for out number 2. Kenny Jackson pops out on the first pitch he sees, and he will likely finish his night 1 for 4. Sodbusters now 1 out away from hanging another 0. It'll be up to Chandler Stocking, who's had a perfect day so far, has singled twice and walked. Pitch to him, outside corner strike. Chandler Stocking, Midway, Utah native. Going to be playing ball at Idaho this spring. 282 average coming into tonight's game. That will be increased with his 2-hit performance tonight. Wabick takes a look at second base. Runners not going, but they will now as the ball skips away from Sato on the wild pitch. It's 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Phillips moves to third, Burke to second. And a chance for Chandler Stocking. 2 hits tonight, 2 hits in last night's game. Also drove in 2 runs, and he can get another hit here. That would increase his RBI total by a large amount in just this series alone. Wabick to deliver pitch number 21 of the inning to Chandler Stocking with a 1-1 count. Ground ball to the right side. Luke Ray scoops it up, throws over in time. The Sodbusters hang another 0 as the Spuds strand 2 runs in scoring position. It's still 6-1, and the Sodbusters are 3 outs away from snapping this Titanic win streak, but are looking for some insurance in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
We go to the home half of the 8th inning, where the Casper Spuds will send Logan Lathrop back out to the mound. The good guys looking for some insurance. And what a victory this would be if the Sodbusters can record the final 3 outs when the Spuds come up in the 9th inning. Sodbusters fighting tough in games 1 and 2, getting absolutely destroyed last night. And with momentum definitely not on their side, they have come out and showed out. And how about the pitching staff tonight? Don't want to count all of our chickens before they hatch, though. We'll see what the Busters can do. In the bottom of the 8th inning, looking for some insurance. Josh Printer set to lead us off. Cale Jensen next, and then Bryce Ronkin. Take a quick look at other games in the Independence League. Oahe now leads the Bison 10-6. That game is in the bottom of the 8th inning with Oahe threatening for more, and Fremont leads the Prospects 9-6. Printer grounds it to third, and 1 pitch, 1 out, as the third baseman Dawson Baracani makes the play for out number 1. The Sodbusters behind the 8 ball here in the Independence League right now with 3 consecutive losses to the Spuds. They came into the series with the next best record behind Casper, but has since fallen behind Spearfish and Fremont. Spearfish has tonight off, and unless the Prospects are able to come back and win, the best the Sodbusters can do is gain a half game on the Prospects, or excuse me, the Spearfish Sasquatch, and stay a game behind Fremont. Cale Jensen bats against Logan Lathrop, takes ball 1 outside. Again, how the Independence League works, Casper's already won the first half title, and so another team has to win the second half title. It's whoever has the best second half record, which is Casper right now. But if Casper does win the second half title again, then it's just the team with the best record besides Casper. 2 quick strikes to Cale Jensen. It's 1 and 2. Jensen 0 for 4 tonight, and his hit streak in danger of being snapped as well. 1-2 pitch, line down the right side. It will get foul, though. Cale Jensen firing on all cylinders at the plate, and comes into this game with a 9-game hit streak. On the line here, ball 2 up high. Jensen has struck out twice, lined out, and flown out. 0 for 4 day for the Central City product. Pitch down low, and that's hit Jensen. So Jensen will reach first base with 1 out. Unfortunately, probably spells an end to his hit streak. But the Sodbusters will take base runners, and they'll take a few more runs because we know no lead is safe for Casper. Next batter, Bryce Ronkin. He's also 0 for 4. Again, the Sodbusters just with 4 hits tonight, but they have been hit by a pitch 12 times. Or excuse me, they've been hit by a pitch now 7 times with Jensen's hit by pitch. That also could have been ball 4, too. Let's check the official scoring here. It was a hit by pitch. Ronkin fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike to the South Dakota State products. Ronkin coming on late in the season. Had a couple of other of his South Dakota State buddies here, but they left after their first month that they were contracted to play in, and this really stung because they were the one of the two, if not the two best Sodbuster pitchers on the pitching staff in the first half. 1-1 to Ronkin, fouls it off over the Casper dugouts, 1-2. So that has been confirmed with Cale Jensen's HBP. The Spuds have hit 7 Sodbusters and walked 6 Sodbusters. 13 free passes for Casper pitching tonight. 1-2 to Ronkin, high and away for ball 2. Count even at 2 apiece. Final game of a 9-game homestand for the Sodbusters before they go on the road again. The last time they saw road action was a long time ago. Ronkin takes outside. That was June the 30th. The Sodbusters played a 2-game set in Oahe. Ever since July 1st, it's been Duncan Field Mania. Full count pitch to Bryce Ronkin with 1 out. Runner does not go. Ronkin rips it down the right field side towards the foul line and stays foul. About 4 or 5 feet too far. And Ronkin just a tad early. Logan Lathrop really working the inside part of the plate to get Ronkin to swing. Bryce has pretty much left everything outside or in the outer half alone. Once this game's over, we'll see the Busters hit the road till next Tuesday. Payoff once again. Ronkin trying to get in the hit column here. Runner again not going, and again Ronkin fouling it off. Sodbusters with 4 hits tonight increase their season total to 275 hits in their 36 games combined. Ronkin finding tough, making Lathrop throw some pitches here. Another payoff. Foul tip off of the glove, so just a foul ball. As Cole Douglas a hair away from holding on to the strikeout there on the foul tip. Casper defense still remains the same. Burke, Reeves, and Jackson in the outfield. Barricani, Schlotterback, Stocking, Clausius in the infield. Full count pitch again. Ronkin puts a charge into center field. Elijah Reeves scoots over, and he makes the grab in left center field. It's a loud second out, and Jensen retreats to first base. So Ronkin will finish his night 0 for 5. The first night he has not been in the hit column, as he had had a hit in each of his 4 games. Logan Lathrop and the Spuds trying to hang 1 more 0 and trying to give their offense a chance in the 9th inning. Jack Borgman is the batter. Takes a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. Borgman reached base his first 3 plate appearances with a couple of walks and a hit by pitch, and struck out looking in his last appearance, so he's just 0 for 1 tonight. Jensen at first, not anymore. A screaming line drive into left field, and Jack Borgman has a 2-out hit. First and second with 2 outs, and brings up Alexiel Delgado. Timeout on the field as head coach James Batten makes a visit. Don't appear this will be a move yet, as he has not made a signal to the bullpen. The Spuds using 6 pitchers on Monday night, 5 pitchers on Tuesday night. They were able to limit their arms last night with their starter Ty Volmer pitching 6 and a third excellent innings. They only had a couple of guys come on afterwards. So it was 3 pitchers last night. For 2 teams that are in the midst of playing each other 7 days in a row. Last game at Duncan Field of 4 games. For 3 games in Casper. That will be Friday, Saturday, at Sunday at Mike Lansing Field in Casper, Wyoming. We're all good to go after the mound visits, and the batter digs in is Alexiel Delgado. Delgado, after his 4 for 4 night last night, just 0 for 1. He also, like Jack Borgman, has been issued 3 free passes. Curveball inside, ball 1. Delgado struck out against Armani Knipper back in the second inning. Feels like almost a lifetime ago. We're approaching 3 hours of game time here at Duncan tonight. Still definitely not even close to the longest night we've had here, though. Ball 2 is up high. Just misses a tad upstairs. Delgado ahead in the counts, 2-0. Cale Jensen's at second base. He was hit by a pitch. Jack Borgman at first. He singled. With his single, the hits now even at 5 hits apiece. Pitch fouled off. Delgado with strike 1. Alexiel Delgado, Carolina University product from Gloverland, Florida. Had an excellent university for Carolina in the spring. Started in 46 games and hit .335. A very different game for him this summer. High for ball 3, 3-1. And for the Sodbusters, which they had the walk plague up in Casper their first 3 games of the year against the Spuds, have now given it to Casper here tonight. 3-1. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. It's now a full count. With 2 outs, the runners will get a head start. Logan Lathrop trying to get out of this inning and send us to the 9th. The payoff pitch. Ball 4 downstairs. Delgado is on for the 4th time tonight, the 2nd time he's walked. And it's bases loaded with 2 outs for Mr. Japan, Yamato Sato. And this is the time in the past where Sato has come up and absolutely clobbered some baseballs. We'll see what he can do with the bases juiced in, 2 outs. Jensen, Borgman, Delgado, the runners. Sato's first pitch, high and tight for ball 1. Lathrop now at 27 pitches on his outing in just his 2nd appearance this summer. Lathrop, a Grand Prairie, Texas native. Goes to school at National Park College. A couple of other guys on the team. The 1-0 pitch to Yamato. Ground ball, foul, down the left field side. Sato has also been issued 3 free passes today and is only 0 for 1. 2 hit batters, a walk, and a strikeout for Yamato Sato. Lathrop's 1-1 delivery. Sato chases the bad ball and down in the count 1-2, and he's disappointed with himself, but a nasty breaking ball for Lathrop to get him to chase. Once again, Spuds 1 strike away from getting out of this with no damage done. Lathrop decides on a sign and brings it home. Check swing, and Yamato went around at strike 3. Home plate umpire T. Smith says he offered at it. And the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded with 2 outs and do not score. But they enjoy a 5-run lead, 3 outs to get to take down Goliath here at Duncan Field. 9th inning coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
A new arm on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters, and making his 2024 Sodbuster debut, it is a familiar face to Sodbuster fans, Braden Mackey. Welcome back, Braden. The Hastings native, the Hastings High School native, the former Tiger, knows this field well, and back for his third summer for the Sodbusters, and with pitching depleted here, he is called upon to get the final 3 outs of the ball game. Mackey was battling shoulder issues most of last season and missed the first half of the season, and came on to the team July 4th last year. Pitched 13 1/3 innings for the Sodbusters last year, had a 1-0 record, and a 10.12 ERA. And it was kind of a rough start for him at the start, where he gave up a combined 12 runs in his first 3 outings, but his final 5 outings, he only gave up 4 combined runs. Mackey has a very good fastball and a good breaking ball, and him, just like many Sodbusters last year, this command was an issue for Mackey. Went to Cloud County Community College for a couple of years and then transferred to Division I this spring. He was an Oral Roberts Golden Eagle, and in his spring season made 7 appearances, 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 10 runs, 9 walks, 4 strikeouts, and had an elevated ERA. So he is going to try and put the icing on the cake of a very special win for the Hastings Sodbusters. Dawson Baracani will lead things off, and he takes strike 1 right over the plates from Braden Mackey. Back for his 3rd stint for the Sodbusters. Tries the breaking ball there and misses outside. 1-1. 8-9-1 due up. Baracani, the 9th place hitter. Baracani hits a high chopper to Printer in between Hoppy, grabs it, throws over to first, but it's not in time. What a snag by Josh Printer just to collect that baseball. But Baracani reaches with an infield single. If he would have made that play, the roof would have blown off this place. So the 9th place hitter will be another pinch hitter for Casper as they go to the bench for the 2nd time in this position. I believe this is Jackson Bates. No, Wesley Flats is the pinch hitter. Didn't see Wesley in the game last night. We saw him in the first 2 games, and he had a good night on Monday, recording 2 hits. Flat had 1 hit on Tuesday, did not play last night. Called upon to pinch hit here with the Spuds. Clinging to life support here, trying to save their 21-game win streak. The Sodbusters 3 outs away from accomplishing that feat. First pitch from Mackey. Flat swings right through it, strike 1. Early returns for Mackey. 87-89 on the gun. Right-hander can bring it. 0-1. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Oral Roberts making the NCAA Division I College World Series 2 seasons ago. Not as good of a season last year. Here's the 0-2 to Flats. Breaking ball way outside, and Yamato Sato puts the stop on it. Baracani led off the inning with a single. And the top of the order is due next. Mackey's 1-2 delivery to Wesley Flats. Low and away, ball 2. No other defensive changes for the Sodbusters. They keep their same other 8 guys in. Jensen, Delgado, Gill in the outfield. Ronkin, Printer, Ray, and Borgman make up the infield. 2-2 pitch. Fouled near the Casper dugouts. And Flat stays alive. Flat coming into the contest hitting .360 on the summer. One of 8 guys over a .300 batting average. Sodbusters came into the game with just 3 of those guys. 2-2, foul tip caught into the mid of Sato. Flat goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. 2 more to get, fellas. Top of the Casper order due up. And the 5th time they go through the order. So it's back to Elijah Reeves, who has been unusually quiet in his last 2 games with the Spuds. Breaking ball misses low and away, 1-0. Casper with 6 hits on 1 run. Sodbusters with 6 runs on 5 hits. Reeves with the 1-0. Puts it in the air to right field. Gill going over towards the line. It's just inside the line, a fair ball, and everybody's going to run for a long ways. 1 run will score. Reeves digging to third. He's in there safely and will hold anchor there. An RBI triple from Elijah Reeves, and the Spuds are on the board in the 9th inning. That pit just inside the right field line by about a foot or so, and even with the speedy Taylor Gill out there, not able to run it down to prevent a run. However, the Sodbusters still lead by 4 runs, and the tying run is still in the dugout. Mackey's first pitch to Cody Clausius, grounded to the left side. Ronkin deep in the hole, throws over. Yes, sir. The South Dakota State Products makes a nice play for the 2nd out of the inning, and the Sodbusters 1 out away. The run does come home to score. It's now a 6-3 ball game, but the bases are empty. Dylan Schlotterback, the final hope for the Casper Spuds. Out of play to the right side. Schlotterback 0 for 3 tonight. He has reached base once with a walk. Mackey's 0-1. Over to second base. Luke Ray scoops it up, throws over to first. Ladies and gentlemen, the potato has been peeled. The Sodbusters win it 6-3, and they snap Casper's 21-game winning streak here at home. Casper wins the series 3 out of 4 games, but nobody in the joint cares right now. It's a monumental win for the Hastings Sodbusters as they hand Casper their first loss in exactly 1 month. Casper gets 2 in the 9th inning, but the Sodbuster Bats do just enough in the first part of the game to win it by 3 runs. Stick around. Our post-game show is next, where we'll recap the numbers, tell you about the whole game, and get a member of our coaching staff up here to recap the Sodbuster win. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work, family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Well, folks, it's finally happened. The Hastings Sodbusters victorious over the Casper Spuds to hand them just their 5th loss of the season and the first time in exactly 1 month. June 11th was the last time that the Casper Spuds were defeated, and that was in Fremont. The 6-3 final sends us with a 1-game win in the series for the Sodbusters. Casper won the first 3 games, but the Sodbusters win it tonight. And for new head coach Danny Weiser, who we'll hope to chat with in just a little bit, his first win as a head coach by himself, at least. He was the kind of being watched upon by Scott Galusha over the weekend against Spearfish, but solo job just by the man himself. Excellent job, and it all started with the pitching arm of Conlon Grady. Speaking of him, we'll take you through the numbers real quick before Danny gets up here. For the Sodbusters, they win it on 6 runs, only 5 hits. Casper on 3 runs and 7 hits. Casper out-hits Hastings by 2 runs, but when you issue 13 free passes for that Casper pitching staff, it's not going to win too many games with that, even with that deep offensive prowess of the Casper Spuds. Taylor Gill, Josh Printer, Jack Borgman, Tyler Welsh, and Luke Ray with the hits tonight. Taylor Gill driving in 3 of those runs. And Conlon Grady gets the win in his second appearance as a Sodbuster, going 5 innings, allowing 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. And the bullpen near perfect until the 9th inning when Braden Mackey gave up a couple of runs. But with the Sodbuster bats getting home those runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and the 5th inning, it was more than enough to hold on to the 6-3 win. Sodbusters improved to 22-15, and Casper falls. I say fall, but when you fall for just the 5th time this season, can you really call that falling? But what an excellent job tonight. Let's get the man on here himself. Danny Weiser. Took him 4 games, but you did it.
Yes, sir.
6-3 win over the top team in the Independence League. A great game from start to finish, and just really everything working for you guys. Break this down. Your first win. You've got the weight off your shoulders. How do you feel right now?
It feels amazing, man. And my cap's off to the players. This game, this was their win. This was their win all the way. Conlon, man, amazing start. And his first or second game now. The first one got rain delayed, but amazing start. Great bullpen coming in with Mike Wobbs and Braden, finishing it out. In the offense all day, played complementary with each other and executed their swings in their zone, which we haven't been doing the last few days. So proud of the guys today.
And you told us in games past that kind of guys maybe got away from your game, or maybe you're just 1 hit away. And last night's game 2, nothing going right for you. Saw some tensions boil over. So Casper definitely with the momentum today. I mean, just what was the key to getting out on top when a team that's played so many games in a row and maybe was a little lifeless? So what was the spark today?
Honestly, I think it was just I think it was Conlon. I think he came in with some energy and some swagger that we haven't had on the mound yet this series, and he brought the juice. And, everybody, I talked to them last night, that we have to at least do the uncontrollables throughout the game, and energy is number 1. And that's what we lacked, especially last night, and today was awesome. Dugout was talking all day long, and I think that's what really sparked us and kept us going.
And you started off against a pitcher, that Armani Knipper, who you saw in the first game of the series and pitched 2 pretty much perfect innings against you, and this guy's throwing 91, 92 miles an hour. He was a little wild, but you're able to put some good squares up. Just what were the guys seeing at the plate today, and what was making them so successful?
The biggest thing is that we left the low pitch down. And that's something we have struggled with from time to time this season, is swinging at stuff in the dirt. And I think I just kept telling the guys, hey, stay in your hammer zone. Stay looking half the plate, cut in half. If you're sitting inside, sit inside till 2 strikes. Outside, sit outside till 2 strikes. And that's what we did a really disciplined job of today, and I'm really proud of them. And it finally came through, and they mashed all day.
And the bats came through, even though you didn't score for the last 4 innings. Like you mentioned, Hannah, Wabick, and Mackey, even though he gave up the 2 runs. I mean, this is a team that averages 10 runs a game. You hold them to 3. I mean, what was the approach on the mound, and what was the poison for the Spuds offense tonight?
The approach on the mound is go right after him. Show no fear. We've struggled with walks the last 3 games, and that's what's honestly lost us the games, and just cutting those down and going right after them. Showing no fear. We got to take down the Giants somehow.
And the Giants, it's taken down tonight, but you still got to play for 3 more games on the road.
Sir.
I mean, just go enjoy it, Danny.
Yes, sir, I will. Thank you, guys.
First time Danny Weiser is victorious as a Sodbuster head coach. We appreciate his comments after the 6-3 win. And goodness gracious, like we mentioned, the Sodbusters with little momentum coming into the ball game, as they got blown out 11-2 tonight, showed a ton of courage on the field tonight to win it 6-3 and hand Casper their first loss in exactly 1 month. Yes, they just won 1 game, but with the Casper team that has been so dominant, winning 21 straight games until now, really big momentum booster for the guys as they head to Wyoming for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They will have Monday off before they come here, and we'll start a 3-game series with Fremont. I wanted to take a second to give a big shout-out to everybody watching tonight, engaging with the stream. Always fun to have the visiting fans in here and the Sodbuster fans talking alike and just making conversation and keeping this game fun here. The Sodbusters with a very good pitching performance tonight. Conlon Grady, as we told you about, 5 innings, only 1 run. Pitchers altogether, only 7 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And Casper's Achilles heel, even though they only gave up 5 hits on offense, those were 7 walks and 7 hit batters. So I was correct myself there. 14 free passes for Casper, and just one of a couple times they've only allowed 3 runs this season. This has been a fun homestand, folks, but it's time for us to take a break, and we appreciate you patronizing us here on the stream tonight, and we will see you next Tuesday, where the Sodbusters will take on the Fremont Moo. 6-3 final. I'm Ryan Valenta. I want to give a big shout out to Mason, Connor, and Noah to my left and over into the room next door for making the whole broadcast happen. And we get a Sodbuster win. They snap their 3-game losing streak and send Casper back with a knockback on their heels. And another big 3 games coming up, and Sodbusters looking for that second half Independence League title. We'll check real quick to see if any other games have gone final. Fremont still leads to the prospects, so Sodbusters need some wins, and they need some losses from Fremont and Spearfish, and we could be talking about August baseball. See you later, Tim Stroman, umpire and Adams Central head coach. He was the one that was telling us about that rule. And we're going to say goodbye for now. We will see you next Tuesday night. Go Busters in Casper. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Valenta signing off. Have a happy rest of your Thursday night.
Catch the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Get the ultimate fan experience at a Hastings Sodbuster game this summer. Enjoy high-level collegiate summer wood bat baseball at the beautiful and historic Duncan Field in Hastings. Baseball and a whole lot more. Affordable family fun. That's what the Sodbusters and the Independence League are all about. Sodbuster Baseball. It's your team.
Catch